Okay, wow. I just realized everything is muted. So this whole time my mouse has been moving. And it was muted this whole time. Okay. Well, hello. Hello, everybody coming in. So this is the final night, and I'm wearing the suit that I got for the cosplay cards for this campaign, since it is the last night. And I realized that, okay, cool, you can hear now. But yeah, I realized that the mic was muted the whole time, so sorry for anyone watching. Yeah, so just waiting. We'll get things started when Jack gets here. Just like before, we're just going to share everything. And Rob said he was wondering what was going on. Yeah. And anyone on Facebook, you might want to go over to YouTube. Let me go post that in the chat. Okay. All right. So anyone just coming in, I'm just sharing. And Jack will be here shortly. Okay. And then I'm just going to share the YouTube link because it's a much better experience if you want to see what we have going on the table versus just, this phallic mic in front of our faces. But so let me grab this link. Okay. Cool. Someone said, been a long time since I've seen you. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe if it's Facebook has been throttling my posts. I get just as much likes on Instagram, where I only have 7,000 followers, that I do on Facebook. So something's going on, definitely. And preparing and moving on to the backups like mine's. And pretty soon here, I think I'll look into BitChute. Okay, this is taking me forever, but I'm just trying to go to the Facebook Live. And okay, here I am. Okay, finally. Cool. Okay, someone asked, can I see the back of your suit? Sure. Okay. And I just posted that link. So I don't know if you can see it. All right. So this is the back. And it has a beak. It's so cool. Anyway, so this is just like a Jack Lloyd. Oh, here you go. Here's a comic. Oh, no, that was the original. So I am gender bender Jack Lloyd right now. So if you notice, this looks familiar. This is his suit. This is actually who Jack is. And I'm, I guess, the race and gender bender for Jack. And yeah, that's going to be the cosplay. And if you looked at the description, the cosplay cards are discounted for the last few hours of this campaign. I think it's down to, gosh, it's been a very long, very fun campaign. I think the funnest I've done so far. So 7 hours left. And right now we are 118% funded out of the total goal. So we're overfunded and we met the goal, or not overfunded. I guess you can never be overfunded. That's Jack from the other room. But we met the goal and we exceeded it. And that means that we'll definitely have a very good comic. It'll be full. And we're really close, actually, to reaching the last stretch goal. I don't know if there are any more stretch goals. I'll have to ask Jack. But the next stretch goal is at 6,000. And we already hit the first two. We hit 6,000 already. This just in. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Never mind. We hit the third stretch goal. Okay. So very cool. 6,004. That is so amazing. Raised by 109 backers. So the last goal, actually, no, there's more goals. So 2 goals we're aiming for tonight is trying to reach or surpass the all-time number of backers goal, which is 119. And right now we're at 109 backers. So just 10 more backers in any shape or form. That's what we're looking for. Or the other goal is we want to exceed the most funded campaign ever, which, well, Jack can correct me, but I thought, is it 6,500?
No.
Never mind. So I'll let him say that. But yeah, that's the next goal. Someone said, does a cosplay perk include digital photo sets?
All right.
Oh, good question.
I'm finally back.
So somebody asked, does the cosplay perk include digital photo sets?
No, it's not. It's actual real photos. So I think that's even better. It's not digital. It's actual real printed photos, signed photos for the set.
Yeah,
so,
that I signed.
What did I miss? Sorry, I had to like share a bunch of different places.
Well, welcome back.
Yes,
I showed the back of my costume. Somebody asked.
Oh, cool.
Madeline.
Yeah.
And someone said, congrats on reaching your goal. That's really nice.
Thank you. Yes, I appreciate it. Honestly, it always gets nerve-wracking when you first start. You wonder, are people going to like this? Are they going to, join for support? Even though I've been doing this for so many years, this is actually the 9th campaign. And the last one we, were over 100% funded, which was great because it let us do a lot of different things with, new types of perks for the future and get a full comic. But now, this is just, blowing my mind. Like, I'm really thankful to everybody here who has supported both Facebook, YouTube to make this happen, because what this means is that it's starting to get to a point of being able to sustainably move forward in terms of the quality of the artwork, which is a big thing I wanted to take to the next level. The number of pages, the ability to do more and different kinds of merch and stuff like that.
You guys are in it for the early days of the Vol comic.
Yeah, y'all are in the early
universe.
Days. So I mean, it's been incredible to be able to, start with comics and then move on to, shirts. Like, you can see the shirt over there. YouTube can see the shirt. But the shirts, and then prototyping the game cards and other types of interesting voluntarist things for the future, even stuff like this, or just keep working and growing. So thank you, everybody who has been a part of this for all these years and let it, work through the tough stages of the artwork, sometimes not looking exactly as I wanted, but then, growing and adjusting and adapting.
Especially your OG supporters since day one.
Right. Anybody who's a day one supporter.
This comic.
Yes, you were early believers. So thank you. Yeah, crazy to think it's been 7 years, 9 campaigns. But there's definitely plenty to show for it in terms of growth. I mean, if you go to the website, that's really will give you a good indication of all the growth at volcomic.com, because you can see the history, the characters, the lore, the stories, the comics, different types of things, the super suits.
The super suits.
The makes me look way more jacked than I am.
I don't know if anyone's here who saw, but the first philosopher cosplay cards were very, very different.
Right. Yeah. Your first philosophy was like a very definitely Chinese children made that one. Not skilled Chinese children.
Right. Not skilled Chinese. These are skilled Chinese.
Just kidding. But yeah, so going from that early prototype suit to then developing one and then having custom.
Fitted, it was loose and weird.
And then growing, that was pretty great. Someone even said they said they liked the trailer for Indiegogo. So yes, so thank you. Yeah. Even doing the trailer,
awesome.
Right? That's a lot of work. I have to sit there.
I agree.
Take the past comic pages. I had to get music, do voiceover and all that stuff just to make a little teaser trailer. But even that takes lots of work and getting the right talent and getting the right imagery and putting that together for a video. So yeah, no joke.
Yeah,
serious stuff.
Maybe one day it'll be live action,
That's the hope. The whole point from the beginning was to do that. Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to be a film originally, and then I moved to comics because I knew that would be more reasonable to make something that's decent and believable, competitive with mainstream stuff. Yeah, definitely don't go for a medium that you can't do right. That's what I always tell people. If you can't afford to do the medium right, don't do it.
We talked about that a lot on the last very long live stream.
Very long
4 hours. Anyone who's there, thank you for being there. That was fun. And we hit a goal that day. It was great.
Right. I'm going to share here for everybody, just reminding them, where they can support. So I'm going to put the support link here for everybody.
People are like, yes, preach.
Yes, yeah. So we didn't even set it up yet. We were going to do a little bit of the Hangman game for Super Chat just for fun, just to keep things rolling, interesting, have something to do on the side. And also just really thank everybody who's been a part of this, so far, because again, this is wild that, not only is it 100% funded, we've already broken now. Just look at this, 2 stretch goals, which I think anybody who's supported is going to be very excited to see and get, because there's going to be some cool stuff.
All the including me.
Right, including you. And on that note, actually, I was going to say that as an incentive, if we break the all-time high of the backer number, so that was last campaign 119. So if we get 120 backers, doesn't matter what the levels are, as long as it's 120, so we beat that record and make Origins 3, smash every single record that there is, I'll throw in the 3rd bonus perk, even if it doesn't hit 6,500. So again, even if it's less than that, if we break that record, all the physical comic perk backers and above will get the 3rd bonus, a special stretch goal perk.
Oh, okay.
So
cool.
I really just want to incentivize everybody to break all the records, because right now we've broken the funding record. We're breaking in terms of completion and completeness and quality of art, we're breaking that record. And the last one to break for this campaign is just to break that backer number record, which I think that'd be really cool to get 120 backers and have this be the most funded, the most successful, most amount of people supporting of all time. And also, again, it gets the campaign up there on the ranks on Indiegogo, so new people get to see this who may have not otherwise before, because they're browsing what's trending.
Statists.
Right, even statists, right? People who don't even know. Yeah. Potential status. But yeah, that's the thing, is that this is something that has, been a long time coming. It wouldn't be here to this, great extent as it was in terms of success and look, if it wasn't for everybody who's been backing for all these years and helping to, grow with it and being patient as things got worked out and refined over the years and honed in on. But definitely still cool stuff and worthwhile to see, even for the stuff that was, a little bit more funnier or wonky or something like that. But overall, I hope everybody's seeing the improvement over the years in the art quality and the story writing and just the completeness of the comic. So I think we've proved their case, especially with the last campaign, that's where we're at. And This campaign is going to be no less than that. It's going to be a new edition of people being like, oh, okay, wow, this is a real story. This is engaging. It's not, just some preachy thing. It's literally supposed to be just like any other comic story, like Marvel or DC or whatever. So
yeah, the artwork looks great. Yeah. Anyone who saw the trailer saw how the artwork is just so much, is such a higher level of quality this campaign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we have a new studio.
Really excited. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm really excited to see their work.
Yeah. The old studio was good and stuff, and they gave me a good deal, but there was, as people saw, there was an issue with them delivering on time, which I made sure to work through, because no matter what, I always make sure it's going to get done. Coming out of my pocket, whatever it takes, everything's always going to get done in terms of making sure things get complete. But they did, of course, they came through with a little bit of pressure. But for me, I was like, okay, now's the time to change for growth and for reliability. So this time I have an art team that has a higher level of quality. I think they can deliver, and they're also local, so there's a bit more accountability. Yeah. So I think that this time people are going to be pretty thrilled with what Cornerstone's going to deliver on that.
Yeah, lots of improvements. This also is this not the the 3rd year that you've had in a row the story for each issue going in chronological order. Right.
So this is the 3rd issue. That is the canon origin story. So this starts off with the protagonist Jack Lloyd with kind of his coming of being story. And the old issues I did were kind of like future-verse prototypes is what they ended up being, just kind of teasing people about what could lead to. But now this is again more a very serious kind of a comic story, in the sense that it's real story, real characters, real development. This isn't just little teasers of the future.
This is what people reference when they argue about the universe.
Right. If they're going to argue about the comic universe, well, what counts? Was it the future verses or was it the canon? It's but yeah, basically this, going forward, as I said, from Origins 1 onward, this is the canon story. This is, the official thing. So basically it's going to be a story, I think, that you're just going to naturally want to keep reading. So I think anybody who's been reading the first 2 and now to this, you're not going to want to stop. You're like, okay, where's Origins 4? You're going to be ready for it once you're done reading, because Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely one of those people. Some people think I drew the comic, but I'm like, no, I really love the comic. I was a fan first and foremost, and now I just help support the comic. Well, and I'm also still a fan.
And you're
Now
still
I
a fan.
also.
That's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of people have that misconception about comic supports. They think, oh, there's just one guy and like
Right,
he
he does
magically does
everything.
everything, or girl, whatever.
There are people like that.
But it's not.
They're like on DeviantArt and stuff.
There are some people who are that talented. There are some who are truly incredibly talented through and through. They can write the story. They can do the pencils, inks, colors and letters. There are some out there, but they are, few and far between. And, hiring them or finding them or this or that is very hard to do. So again, typically even in your most mainstream comics, you usually have a team. You have a writer. You have someone who's doing pencils and inks. You have a separate colorist, potentially a separate letterer at least, in addition to people who are, putting together the comic physically.
Oh, okay. I think we got another backer.
Oh, did we?
Right?
I don't know.
It's 110 backers now.
It said 110 before I last checked, but I have no idea, honestly.
I read 109. Oh, 9
wow.
minutes ago. Oh,
okay,
cool.
Amazing. Yeah, so perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Yeah, Tim and Dur. Thank you so much. Yeah, Dur. I don't know if I said that right, but thank you so much for supporting and bringing us over 6,000 to me is, again, I'm just floored. Again, I'm totally humbled by this, that y'all have trusted me so much and have believed in this so much. So thank you. And I'm not gonna let anybody down.
It's been such a fun ride, has it not?
Humbling.
This campaign, all the live streams we've done.
Yeah, it's been a lot of late
night live stream.
And lots of late night foods.
Yeah, the last one being where we finally just ordered the late night food while we were on the stream.
Yeah, someone said those suits are amazing. Thank you. Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and the suits too. I mean, these are some cool suits. And actually, the suit is available in the campaign. If you want your own suit, we do have a girl and guy version of the suit. And if you're wondering like why is it a little bit more pricey, it's because the suits aren't cheap. Unfortunately.
Because it's custom made.
It's a custom made
you have to take your
one suit. We're not.
There's some back and forth.
Right. This isn't like a 50,000 run suit that you can just generically fill. This is, when we do the suit, it's actually custom tailored to your measurements. So we're talking about you taking your measurements and going to form, so you have a suit that actually fits you perfectly. But of course, with that comes, cool looking features. So
you should show them your back too. Here, I'll show them the back.
Okay.
See, there's a V on both
sides. So so you can see the V. Yeah. So it does. It has like, the typical voluntary shapes and stuff.
It's so cool.
So yeah. So I mean, I'm just stoked, and that's the goal here. We're gonna hang out, play some games.
Super chat Hangman.
Probably super chat Hangman, drink some, and just try to see if we can beat that goal. So that's the goal. It's just we want to see if we can beat the backer goal of 119. So once we hit 120. As far as I'm concerned, we have really done it because we beat every single record on the campaign. So again, if you want to do even just $1 or $3 to the digital, whatever, doesn't matter. We're just trying to get it to 120 total backers. It's going to push the campaign up on the ranks, so other people are going to see it too on Indiegogo, and it's going to make this pretty much the coolest, longest, best, most amazing voluntarist comic issue ever. Totally worth getting, especially since the extra bonus perks have been unlocked too. Already 2 bonus perks for everybody who is supporting at the comic level, the print comic level or higher. And again, the print comic level is pretty accessible this time. I think, what did I put it? I can't try to remember. So yeah, so 15 for that. And you get, in addition, it's not just the comic, you get the comic, stickers, and art card. And of course now, oh, bless you.
Excuse me.
You go?
Yeah, my throat.
Use special healing powers. So not only are you getting those, extra things, not just the comic, but you're also going to now get at least the 2 unlocked stretch goal perks, and hopefully, fingers crossed. Either way, as I said, I promise, if we hit 120 backers, whether or not we hit the next, financial stretch goal, I will do the 3rd one, no matter what. So whether it hits the 65 or not, if we hit 120 backers,
cool.
Everybody who gets the print comic or higher is going to get all 3 of these stretch goals. So I just want to incentivize this and just make this literally record breaking in every level.
The lowest perk level that is where you get physical stuff is the physical print comic, right?
Technically, there is an $8 level where you get
Oh,
the
get
early
the
digital
stickers.
plus stickers. So you could get stickers in the digital and
But you don't
support,
get the comic.
but you don't get the print comic level is lowest, like where you're gonna
Okay.
get that specific print comic. But you can
Okay,
support
cool.
as little as $1 just to do a website shout out and get that backer number up. You could do 3 if you want the early digital release. You get in digital early. You can get a sticker if you want, or you can just get the the print comic, and then you get, again, once you hit that $15 level with the print comic and stickers and art card, you're gonna get all 3 of the additional stretch goal bonus perks if we hit that 120. So you're going to get at least 2, but I think we can do it. I think we can make this a 120 backer campaign because we're literally only 10 away. We have 10, we're 110 backers already.
10 more backers.
So that's all we need is just 10 more brave souls willing to support our liberty and break through this last minute kind of goal to beat all campaign records, because we're basically almost there on every single record. I mean, last one we did, that was mind blowing. We broke every single record with the last campaign.
All right, and to incentivize backing, I am not gonna drink unless I'll only drink for each backer.
Oh, I'm down with that. All right. So okay.
Any backer.
How about 10 backers and 10 shots? Okay.
I can do that.
That
Little
could be fun.
baby shots.
That could be fun.
I can't do a full thing, but like a third.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go warm this up then. All right.
I like how someone's like, "Oh, how embarrassing! You guys accidentally wore the same outfit."
Yes, that was totally accidental. Totally.
Someone said, "Do they come in size dad bod?"
Which ones?
The suits.
Yes, they do.
Excuse me.
Yes, they can come in dad bod size.
Do the shirts also come in dad bod size?
We have shirts up through 2XL at least. We could technically do 3XL, but we're not. I mean, it's a little iffy, but we could definitely do up to 2XL on a shirt.
Great. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, I should get some pens and write that on the board what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we'll do a hangout. Or not a hangout, a hangman.
Hangman. We're already hanging out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while this sake is warming up, okay, I'll tell them really quick. Right. So. For those of you who are just asking about the shirts and stuff like that, the suits can be done up to whatever because it's all custom. So if you're a little larger, a little smaller, the suits, they can do that. On the actual shirts here that I have, which Facebook, I don't think you can see at the moment. But if you check the profile, you can see it. So YouTube, you can see the shirt right here. Oops, sorry. The Voluntaryist Supersuit tees, we have them from extra small all the way up to 2XL. We can technically do 3XL, but 2XL is, I think, our safe zone. So they run a little bit looser, so you can pretty much find any size pretty much that you want. Most anybody can do that, extra small all the way up through 2XL. So you have the option to choose what shirt size you want. And if you do get a super suit, which someone has in the past, we do all of those measurements with you to make sure that whatever it is, it's going to fit you according to your specific build. So someone said they found the description. All right, perfect. So yeah, if you go there, you'll be able to see it. And I'll share the links again here really quick for anybody who's just coming on board, so they can see while you're doing that. I'm gonna grab the stock case again. So again, for those of you who are just coming on board, because I know some people are just seeing this, we are doing the promotion for the last bit of the Voluntaryist Origins 3 fundraising campaign. And we have been, doing amazingly. I mean, literally breaking records left and right. The last one to break is just the number of backers. So that's what we're going for right now. Going for that big one because we've already broken the funding goals to the point where we've unlocked 2 stretch goals, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah, definitely. All right, now to choose a phrase.
Oh yeah, do we have our list of phrases?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Over here.
Perfect. All right. So while you're getting those list of phrases for what will be our super chats, Hangman. So again, if you're on Facebook here and you want to play with the super chat Hangman opportunity, I'll give you the link here.
I feel so different live streaming on a Tuesday.
It is a whole different world.
Like on Fridays, I'm usually so tired from the week, plus burnt out from the gym.
Yeah.
It's feels
all right, let me grab that talk.
Calm. All right, let's see.
You may not have drinks, but I will. So,
All right.
that's
Okay,
perfect.
Okay, what about this?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope. I'll give you one if you need. We're coming up with the phrase right now
Maybe.
for the newest one. Here, I got you. Let's see here. This right here is a good one. Did we do that one?
No.
Do that one. All right. So we got a phrase coming up. Getting ready here for the Hangman. And we might need to adjust the camera to see it, but I think we got it overall.
Okay. Cool.
So we have a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah, I think you might have to adjust it on the YouTube.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the Facebook, it's
Let's
just the
see
mic's
here.
always going to be in the way.
All right,
but...
so I'll get this up just a little bit. How about that?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So now we are able to actually play the game should people want to play. So again, for those who haven't played with us before, like we did last time, we're doing a super chat hangman. So for a support of 5 or more, you can pick a letter or you can guess the word. And the goal here, of course, is or phrase. And the goal here, again, is we're just trying to support the comic to make sure that we can get as far as we can take it and produce as much content as possible. So
yeah, and we'll put any supporters for super chats here. Just anything.
Right, and the benefit too is if you wish to use your handle for a shout out, or if you want to have like a little website, you have a website you want us to mention, you can put that in your choice as well. So, you know, I mean, if you're like, oh, Mises.org or something, I don't know. If you say as well, we'll thank you and put your either your handle or your URL that you want us to shout out to people as we play. So, all right. So it looks like we got a good number of people here hanging out. Perfect. So is anybody here already gotten a perk? And if so, how about you mention what it is? We'll take a look and see what people have gotten. Because I've seen most perks at this point gotten, I think, let's see here. Or at least an iteration of it. Some interesting ones that people have gotten in the past, but no one has gotten this time, interestingly, is the caricature. So there's a caricature option where you can like have yourself put into a voluntarist suit kind of drawing. That's cool. But not as much this time. Someone got the action figure. Someone got the posable voluntarist figure, which is really cool.
How much is that one?
That one's 400, and it comes with, again, not just that. You get the action figure, digital wallpaper, animation screenshot prototype, the signed comic, game card, art card, and stickers. And of course, in addition to that, you're going to be getting at least 2 of the stretch goals bonus perks. So yeah, I mean, definitely going to be loaded up this time if you support, thanks to breaking those stretch goals. And hopefully having 3, bonus perks once we either hit 65 or hit 120 on the backers. So we're still sitting here at 110 the backers total. So again, any support level, even if it's $1.03, doesn't matter. We're going for that 120 total backer goal. And of course, to incentivize those who might be relaxing or imbibing on a Tuesday night, you are more than welcome to do that support, because for every support, she will take a drink in cheersing to each backer until we hit 120. So that's 10 shots of sake until we hit the goal.
Someone said it's backwards. It's mirrored. Okay. Yeah. So it is mirrored on Facebook. Unfortunately, there's no setting.
Yeah, we can't undo the mirroring on Facebook. We looked into it. They only have it for iPhones. So unfortunately, but the good news is that we can give you the YouTube link in the video. So if you're on Facebook and you want to switch to YouTube, you get a much wider view and it's not reversed. Also, it lets you play with the super chats.
Oh, someone said you always give the most perks.
So who gives the most perks?
I don't know. I would assume they're talking about you.
I try to give a lot of perks and perk options.
Yeah.
Mostly because I want to, just have cool things, because I'm a big nerd and fan myself. I mean, I'm going to see Godzilla.
Like, what do you want?
I got opening night tickets, and that's one of my nerdoms besides, of course, Voluntaryist. So, I know what it's like thinking about what would I want, you know, as a nerd and also comic nerd and stuff like that, you know, what kind of cool things would I want related to Godzilla? And I think about that with Voluntaryist. What kind of cool things would I want, like shirts or figures or like stickers or art cards and stuff, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, for me, when I mean, all the last campaigns that I've supported, so since the Snowden issue, Snowden 1,
Right.
I really enjoyed like the Pact of Liberty stuff that I get.
Oh yeah.
Aside from the comic, you know, it's cool it gets the other stuff.
Well, and last time it was really cool is that I was able to get some extra just bonus perks for people from some other people's, you know, stuff. It wasn't stuff I created, but I was able to use Dan Berman's, you know, his taxation is theft gear. So he sent me some extras. He was really generous and nice, and you know, helped out the campaign and gave me some things to just give to people that were kind of cool and funny, stickers and stuff. And then there was Liberty Seats, right? What was that gentleman who gave you the Liberty Seats cards?
Alex.
Alex did. Okay. So I got these cards that were Liberty Seats and like quotes from various scholars or you know, historians and activists and stuff like that relating to liberty. So that was a lot of fun to get to people too. Is an up and coming product. So
someone said, have to go. Love you, Fulla. Fulla. Good luck, guys.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Maslin?
Madeline.
Oh, Madeline. Oh, my eyes.
Thank you, Madeline.
My eyes have failed me. I'm ancient now. So
someone said, I wish I could help financially. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for just being here and sharing if you shared it to anybody. So,
and again, even if you can't financially, it's all good. Don't worry about it. Just share the campaign to your social media. It doesn't, you know, other than opportunity cost for a quick second, cost anything just to take the campaign, share it to Facebook, share it to Minds, share it to Steam it, share it to Reddit, share it to whatever social media you use. Because again, that's how you get out to new people. And just the virtue of seeing that, again, if you're into principled liberty, it gets people just curious, like, what is this? And they ask, wait, what does that name even mean, right? And they start Googling voluntarist or voluntarism or liberty. And suddenly they're like finding things that they would never have been exposed to otherwise because, again, you're not used to seeing that coupled with comic stuff. So that was also part of why I did the comics in the first place was I wanted a way to like open up that discourse about liberty, but also have it in a fun venue.
Oh, okay.
111. All right. That
111
means
backers. I get
we can pour the first drink. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
So there you go. We are now only 9 away from the.
So if it says private, I can't say the name.
Right. So we can just, I'll tell you what we can do. So thank you so much. Let me see. I think it's Doderick. So thank you so much, Doderick, for your support. You are appreciated. Thank you for helping us get there. Thank you, Tim W.
Oh, I see it.
And a couple others.
Facebook, he said too. Thank you so much. That's
so
awesome.
Thank you. Yes. Seriously, you're awesome. You inspire me. So this feels really good. And also, she has to take a shot now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For everyone. So we got 9 more shots potentially to go.
Thank you for hitting it up.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cheers,
for market. Cheers. Thank you for your support.
And everyone here.
And everybody else is hanging out for this.
Post Memorial Day.
Yeah, post Memorial Day. Let's memorialize this momentous occasion for liberty. You know, breaking into other mediums, and it's hard because a lot of people, you know, they'll say, "Oh, that's so cringe," or "Oh, this is so weird." But it's like, again, when you look at the mainstream culture of media,
I said a third of a shot. That was a full shot.
That's how it's supposed to be, a full shot. Like most every mainstream media culture thing, like has pictures of.
All right.
Right, you did.
Cheers.
So again, who knows what'll happen with 9 more shots? I don't know, but should maybe be able to play the game. But you know, in every single kind of mainstream media, like there's so much praise of the state and American flags here and there, or whatever nationality. If it's a different country, like their respective governments and their anime or their comics or their, you know, cosplay or their artwork. Again, the status is written everywhere else. So everybody's just shocked to see, oh, what? How dare you have something related to liberty and not the American flag? Everybody in terms of, I say, the general public at large, your status indoctrinated, you know, public thinks that very often they have that knee-jerk reaction, even though they're used to seeing nationalism totally rooted into every single form of Hollywood entertainment or otherwise. And they think it's just normal to be like, oh, of course, I love flags and worshiping states and pledging my life to them.
Yeah, and it's just like every episode you see, the state is always just part of like the environment. You know, the cops will come, they'll clean up, but they always look like a neutral party.
Right. Or if it's, again, the other common trope, the closest you get is people saying, oh, well, it's just a few bad apples, right? It's just a few
Yeah.
bad apples in government. The whole government, no, we can't do that. We can't let the discourse go that way. So I mean, to me, of course, it's going to be jarring that you have a comic series rooted in the principles of liberty, but it's not just like preaching the principles of liberty in and of itself. It's a real story. It's just with different assumptions, like different, physics for the universe, which is just the state is not seen as this automatically ethical default and makes you question even if you should have liberty in the first place. Like that's what happens with a lot of stories is they like make you question, oh, should you really be free? Or do you really need those seatbelt laws? Because you don't want to be seen as hating America and apple pie because you challenge seatbelt laws. Why don't you just obey? Right? Like, and that's what happens. And a lot of people just are so acclimated to that environment,
Definitely.
that type of environment. So, yeah. So, I think that I think we're making great progress here.
Yeah. Somebody asked, will the cosplay cards be available in stores?
No, cosplay cards are not available in stores. So that's a part of this is that with campaigns and how I do things, I intentionally try to make some things that will be, permanent in terms of, you can get them later because obviously the comics will still be around. But I also do like offering some special things that once it's over, it's over. Like,
right. And the cosplay cards are the special, just, campaign only
right
print perks.
There's certain things that we're all going to do with like certain cosplay cards. There might be some extra bonuses down the road or something like that, but again, cosplay cards are typically one-off for a set. Different types of prototypes of things that again get changed later are one-off. So some early action figures, some early comic book editions, again, we're actually one-off and people don't even know it yet, but they actually have limited edition comics that are no longer in print and won't be printed again.
That's true. Your OG
right. There's some OG supporters who have like stuff that you're not going to get anywhere else because I took it out of print and put a different compilation. So, and then we have things like, if I can grab this, like you have things like prototype cards that again, you're not going to get this these. Again. This is from last time. You can hold it. But you're not going to get those again because those are one of the prototypes and I went with a different direction. So if you have the prototype, you have the prototype. Like you're not going to be able to get that again.
Hey, so, you're right. This is hard to pick up.
Yeah, it is hard to pick up. Need help? I think you got it.
Okay, thanks. Look at the back.
All right,
this is so cool.
There we go. So so exactly. So there are comic cards this time around too. There are game card prototypes, but they're going to have new iterations with the new artwork, new character specs, and stuff like that. So, it's one of those things. It's that is another worthwhile reason to support because some things you can get as a true fan. You're in that circle of people who got one of those original things. You're just not going to get again. Of course, the print on demand for comics will happen for the future for mainline comics, but there's some stuff that, only as a true fan, I would be like, as a fan of other things too, I'm like, okay, I'd want to have that as a true fan, so.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of cosplay cards. So today only it's at 25. Well, for the last 6 hours.
Right. So there's a special link that you can get your cosplay cards for a discount, a 16% discount just for today, just because we are trying to reach 120 backers.
Oh, we're so close. 9 backers left.
Right. We have 111 backers total. We only need 9 more. Again, any level doesn't matter. It could be $1, it could be $3, whatever.
Yeah, $1, $8.
We just want to break 120 or get past 119, so that way this becomes on every level the most successful volunteers of all time.
And for every backer, I will take a shot. You gave me a big one, but moving forward, I just want maybe like a third.
No, well, maybe a half.
Maybe a half.
Yeah, that's not right. So again,
someone said shout out to Hergipta.
Oh yeah,
for bringing me to or letting me know this was happening.
That's a good point.
Thank you, Hergipta.
Right, so thank Hergipta for.
I forgot what it stands for. It's
helping.
It's helping.
Yeah, so
going their own way.
Thank you, Kelly, for that. And I'll pull up Hergipta for you. So thank you, Kelly, for the share to Hergipta.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kelly.
Or did I say that right? I always say no, that's right. But I'm just saying the actual page name in terms of what it stands for. Help everyone.
Everyone. Remember, government is the problem again. I love that. I remember just
there we go.
Coming across it and be like,
yeah, Hergipta is a pretty funny page. Definitely want to check that out. Hergipta. So they got some funny memes there.
Yeah.
I'm not the only meme maker out there.
That's another shot to be had.
I hope there is. Please make it happen. Let's get you wasted. No, let's get this up to.
Let's beat the last goal.
We're so very close.
I would love to sign more cosplay cards.
That's
That was
true,
fun
too.
to do last time. So if anyone wants to get the cosplay cards, there's a link in the comments and also in the description of Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, I'm going to share it
the
again
special
here.
perk link.
So again, here is the campaign link.
Yeah, that's the campaign.
Yeah, I'm going to do that first so everybody sees it, and then I'll do the other one.
We're also like, anyone want to play Hangman?
Yeah, right?
Who wants to guess this phrase?
Guess the phrase.
That was fun. That we had.
Okay.
I think we had a
So
total of 5 or 6 people playing.
We had a lot of people
Hangman
playing last time. It was a lot.
Yeah, there
was
were
fun.
people playing in
It
the
was warm-up.
comments, but they didn't do super chats. But
Right,
you know,
some
so
people
you could
haven't
technically say
counted.
10. You know.
All right, so I'm going to share that.
Wow, I feel that sake. Sake.
That's good to know. All
Someone
right.
said, "We the people are the government."
Well, that ain't true.
I mean, yeah,
No.
not the U.S. government.
You're not the government at all. If you want to figure out whether you're the government, go try to stand on any place that's public property. Go stand on any place that's public property when it's after the hours that it's open and see how long you're the government for. You'll find out really
I think
fast.
the only place you're the government is like your own property.
No, you're not the government on your
I
own
guess
property
even
either.
then, yeah. Oh, I mean, like your own phone, but
Yeah, the
property
government
taxes.
claims to be able to own you like a serf, a slave. What are you talking about?
So I can't even own my phone.
Not outright. The government will try to seize your stuff. They'll claim, oh, okay,
It's like,
we
that's
need
all I
to
have
seize
left.
it because of border security, right? 100 miles inland, the government ruled, this is an 11th Circuit, actually. This wasn't too long ago. They said that border security, literally in the 11th Federal Circuit, they said that border security doesn't even need a reasonable suspicion to take your phone or laptop to inspect it. They got rid of the reasonable suspicion standard. There's still some places that even require reasonable suspicion.
Wow.
You know what I mean? They took it away in the 11th Circuit. I mean, it's nuts. I just can't wait for that to go to the Supreme Court and see what happens because it's crazy. I mean, it's absolutely crazy that they said that. I mean, they're nuts. Whoever was ruling that is a nutter. So, yeah, the government claims to own you, basically. All right, so let me post the what's it call it? This is the special discount link.
I see Alex is watching. Hello, Alex.
Yes, yes.
All right, let's see. So, any
yeah,
new
YouTube too.
Any new Bacchus?
I have no idea because I've not refreshed. All right, so I just want to make sure everybody sees it. Okay, so we
put the special discount perk link for the cosplay cards.
Yes, it's there. If you find it,
So for $25, you'll get the print comic.
Yep.
You'll get 3 cosplay print cards, all signed by me.
Yep.
And then you'll get stickers.
It's actually 2 cosplay cards, but
2 cosplay. Oh, yeah. Sorry, 2 cosplay cards. Stickers.
Already overpromising.
oh, whoops! I can't go back on.
Yeah.
But correction. 2.
Correction.
And then anything else on that one?
Well, and there's the bonus perks that have been unlocked because they've already unlocked 2 levels of bonus perks. So remember that the bonus perks, again, to remind people who have not seen this, all backers who ordered a print comic or above will get a special voluntarist art print, which I already have made ready to go.
Okay.
And then here, the second one is all backers who ordered a print comic or above will get a new voluntarist game card character. So in other words, there was a game card that was going to be made for this, and now another one will also be made, another drawing, another artwork. So you'll have a unique iteration of an artwork on a game card with a new character.
So something.
So that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool
this?
thing to see, the prototype for the universe, right? So something like that, but with a new character and new information related to that. So that's cool. So you get the art print, and then the third stretch goal is that all backers who order print comic or above will get a character design sheet print of a new voluntarist character. So this is a special character.
Oh, of a new voluntarist
which
character.
I think you should definitely support toward because
I'm excited.
This character happens to be a little bit of a tie to someone you might know.
That's right. Someone you might be familiar with.
Right. So you definitely want to get that one in your hands to see what that entails, that character mock-up thing. It's pretty cool. I actually just got it back today, the designs and stuff, because I've been working on it. I've been working on it for a bit. But I think that you're going to really like it if you get that art print with the new character with somebody you might recognize with that. So So yeah, so far, let's see what we have here. I'm gonna refresh.
Cool.
I'm gonna take a look, see if anybody in the super chats for guessing the Hangman. I guess I gotta move out of the way. We gotta be like, okay, yeah, this is the super chats Hangman. So yeah,
Someone said the sound quality is better on YouTube.
It is. The sound quality and the video
It's the
quality is better
same-
on YouTube. So if you want to, I'll
It's
give
a
the link
different
again
mic,
for people on
actually.
Facebook in case you want to go to YouTube. I'll get there
I
again.
feel like we've done this like 20 times.
Well, we got it because people they want to see the wide screen as we're getting into this game, especially if they're going to play the super chat Hangman.
True.
So let me go ahead and share it to them again. So if someone said Bitcoin's doing well, I'm like, it's been on a rally. That's true.
That's true. Oh, speaking of, I remember last time someone's like, put on Bitbacker.
Yeah, they said put it on Bitbacker. We set up Bitbacker. They don't come anyway. It's like, that's why I don't waste my time. I ain't wasting my time. Don't even bother with it. You're just killing bandwidth. Let's get rid of it. Let's already get rid of it. I'm already done. Yeah, that was a waste of time. Nobody did anything. They're like, oh, go on Bitbacker. Like, okay, here's crypto. And then they didn't do it. Yeah, I accept crypto as support. We definitely have that. If you want to go on the Voluntaryist website and you love crypto and that's your thing, you can do it. You can definitely do it. There is a crypto gift option. But for the campaign, unfortunately, Indiegogo, they do traditional forms.
It looks so chiseled.
It is. And actually, on that note, we did do some, photos to tease, for the photo shoot, and there's more, but we also have some more cool scenes to set up for the photo shoot for the cosplay cards. So there's going to be some other interesting shots that I think you're going to like for the cosplay photo set if you want to support that way as well. It's definitely a worthwhile, cool, gender bender cosplay. So yes, what are you guys drinking? We're drinking sake. So sake is what's up right now.
It's called Gekikan.
Yeah, something like that.
Gekikan.
Something like that. So let's flip it back here. To me, I'm just so excited to see what's going to take place here because woo! All right, thank you.
Wow, okay, we're at 113. That means 2 more shots.
2 more shots, baby. So thank you so much.
All right, fill me up.
Carrie, thank you so much. My contacts are failing me.
Oh,
Panda, thank you so much again. Yes, that's exactly it. It doesn't matter.
You, Panda and Carrie.
You don't have to get a crazy thing. We are just trying to beat total backers. So thank you both for getting the digital. I think you love the digital. I think it's great. You can still read and enjoy the comic series too. And again, you're helping us get to this next unlocked stretch goal. Which again, it doesn't matter if we don't hit 65. If we beat this record of 119, if we get 120 backers, I will give everybody all 3 of the stretch goals on me. I will make it happen. So it will get in there.
Great.
For all of those who ordered a print comic copy or higher. Again, so all the stretch goals go to those who ordered, the physical perks with the print copy or higher. So that way, we can fit it in with everything else.
I think I wrote sake correctly. Someone who writes Japanese, let me know.
Yeah, that is definitely how you write sake. So thank you. All right, so we only have 7 to go. So we just have 7 more backers to go, and we will be at the #1 voluntarist campaign of all time.
Someone's like, LOL, drink up.
Yeah,
it is warm sake.
All right, so we got to do 2 shots, right? All right, so thank you for.
It warm?
Yeah, still pretty warm because this is a good carafe. All right, so there's your first one. Shot 1. This shot is for.
Cheers to Carrie.
Yes, this shot is for Carrie.
All right. Shoe nice.
Shoe nice. Great YouTuber. I'm surprised he's not dead yet, but if you haven't seen Shoe Nice on YouTube, he basically eats and drinks anything you can imagine, and it's crazy.
Anything.
He'll do a whole can of hot cheese. He'll drink a whole thing of
hot
Jaeger.
Cheese?
Well, it is hot.
String
cheese or squirt cheese.
Oh, it was spicy though.
The dude just
Jaeger.
puts anything you can imagine.
What's that 100 proof?
I don't know. You're saying moonshine?
No, not moonshine. Absinthe.
Did he drink absinthe? I
think so. Yeah, it was crazy.
Absinthe would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
All right, someone come pie, bottoms up. Have some sake for me. Okay.
So cheers to everybody for helping us to get to this goal. We are so close. Oh yeah, that's true. One more shot because again, every backer we're gonna do a shot, until we get to 120. So this is for Panda. So thank you, Panda, for your support.
I used to have a cat named Panda.
Aw.
She was black and white. She's adorable. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'm getting all sentimental
Oh
from
my
the
goodness.
alcohol.
So
All
here we
right,
go.
cheers.
Cheers, everybody. I'll shout with this to you too. Cheers. Thank you for your support. Only 7 more to go till we get
7 more.
It's crazy. I'm shocked myself. I mean, I'm really humbled. So, but I mean, I think we can do this and actually get records broken on every single level.
Ooh, and then you'll
Cheers.
actually show. Cheers.
Yeah. So
you're
I know
gonna
Kai
actually
King says
show.
he's drinking too. So again, anybody else who's
Oh,
drinking here
cool.
with us on a Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Cheers. Thank you so much for your support.
It's like Monday for most people.
Well, yeah, that's true because of the day off. A lot of people were partying and relaxing. Right?
Yeah.
Some of us were. I was still working.
Remembering the fallen.
But so let us again take a look here at our super chats. See if we have anybody. Again, we are currently doing a game. So if you want to participate in the Hangman game, Facebook talking to you.
Go to YouTube.
You want to go to YouTube. If you want to play, it's $5 to either guess a letter or you can guess the phrase. That just helps, again, support the comic. Just keeps things entertaining while we're doing the backers. So, again, we are, working here to try to get as much support as possible to break all the voluntarist support records of all time. And, of course, get all secret stretch goal perks unlocked and to everybody who supported the print comic level perk or higher. Yeah. So again,
whoa, we're at 114 backers.
Looks like another shot is on its way. So thank you, Derek.
I'm gonna order some food so I don't die.
Oh my goodness.
All right, 114.
I don't know if you're gonna handle that many shots on this.
Load me up. Well, we're doing half shots, so.
Yeah, that's true, but it's sake. All right, so thank you, Derek, for your support, and cheers to you. On helping
Derek, I just donated again.
Oh, thank you. Well, it counts.
Oh, hey, thank you so much.
And it will count. So again,
yes,
every
support
counts. Every support counts. We will count anything up through 120 to break the record. Because again, we're all about record breaking today. And of course, making what is going to be the best voluntarist issue of all time, and giving you the coolest perks ever. So we are. Yeah, we're going through and just talking about, different things with the comic development, stuff like that. And someone mentioned something that I think is actually interesting to talk about. So sometimes when people talk to me about the comic, they will say like, oh, is voluntarist too much on the face? Is it cheers? You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be better to have a character that is just voluntarist principle? And the answer is no. Have you heard of Captain America? Yeah, the guy that wears the American flag as a suit. Have you seen Superman and the Justice League pledge to the American flag, or, in the 1940s war comics actually fight the Nazis and stuff, or, have Batman talk about, jaywalking and telling kids in PBS that they shouldn't even jaywalk? Okay, guess what? The statist propaganda is so thick, many people actually think that it's just natural and normal. And again, the only reason that voluntarist to me is jarring to people in some regard, just seeing the visuals, again, not the story itself. If you read it, people actually read it oh, okay, it's not as jarring as you think. But from the comic, just seeing the name voluntarist, it is nowhere near as indoctrinating and sophistic as the statist propaganda in comics and movies. Because the statist propaganda just assumes the state as natural, good, ethical, and then has everything always turned to that end. So no matter what, even if there's a bad state actor, they always move back to, oh, well, it's okay. They're just a couple bad actors. So again, you can't have a meaningful move forward in comics to stand out from all the statism and all this, government indoctrination, unless you have that level of principles on the front. And that's why I'm not bothered by it. Because it's okay, if it makes you upset, I don't care. Whatever. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. I don't care. Anybody who's actually taken the time to open it up has either, laughed at the Futureverse stuff because it was insider humor, or they've picked up the first, Origins 1, 2, 3, and have been oh, okay, this is actually a real story. It's not something that's just oh, this is the NAP and here's why you should. It's no, it's actually a real story. So anybody who's actually read it knows what it's about.
Especially Origins now.
Yeah, especially with Origins now, it's anybody who's actually read it knows that it's not that.
It's not an information.
So it's just the title. It's voluntarism.
It's an actual story with characters.
Mm-hmm. So right, it's an actual story, real characters, real development, real backstory, stuff like that. It's not just some Jack tract of Christianity kind of thing for voluntarism. No, not at all. real story, like totally could be a movie kind of thing. And that was how it was written from the beginning. Was it was meant to be something that could actually be a film. I just don't want a crappy film, like what Iron Man, Atlas Shrugged 3 films are, right? I mean,
Still haven't watched it.
yeah, I mean,
I don't know if I even care to. I mean, I read the books.
Yeah.
The books were enough to make an impact on me. So
yeah,
someone's like, "Hey, everyone, the more
Superman and
supporters
Batman
they
are-
get, the more they."
patriotism and flag
We
man.
started talking over each other.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Oh, you're saying? That's Sasaki. You go first.
Sure. Okay. So it's almost like, hey, everyone, the more supporters they get, the more money they drink. So start supporting it. I
Yes.
want to see them have some fun on that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the more I drink, the more I'm going to get combative about why it's okay to have this level of liberty. So he was like saying, well, Batman and Superman aren't that. No, dude, go look at the original Batman Superman. I'm no joke. Go look at Marvel's original comics called Lawbreakers Always Lose. Go look at what Batman was saying, in the early comics, the 30s and 60s. Go look at what Superman said, again, when it first came out. And through the 40s, especially when you had the nationalist propaganda from the U.S. government, for World War II propaganda. When you say, oh, it's not that, like, dude, like, Superman's tied to the American flag. Like, he literally holds it up, as the American way. Like, it's literally Superman's catchphrase, is a part of his catchphrase is, the American way. So, yeah, no, it actually is totally tied to, and that's why it's been so popular again. Why is Superman so iconic, right? Because they tapped into the nationalism that is built in from public schools. So, of course, you have Superman and you tie it into the flag, and now you have a bunch of people who love it just because they associate that from childhood. So, you know what I mean? That's what I'm fighting against. And I get it. I'm going to run up against people who are like, oh, this is so uncomfortable to see the word voluntarist so out there. And it's like, okay, you think I care? Like, that on TV, they're like sitting there saying, you better respect the flag and you better respect the po-po. You know what I mean? They're just trying to do their jabs. I don't care. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. Is the message of liberty is a radical rejection of collectivism. And that's just what it is. At the end of the day, it's using your consciousness to have discernment and not think in generalizations where you accept mass theft or murder or violence otherwise just because there's a ballot box or someone wears a shiny badge. So, yeah, it's radical, but it's going to be fun. And again, anybody who's opened it up can tell you from the origin story, the canon origin story, it's 100% just a regular story.
Yeah.
But
someone said, you're aware, aren't you, that everything is appearing backwards to the rest of us? This is on Facebook. So,
yeah,
again,
Facebook. It's backwards because, again, Facebook won't let you reverse. So we'll give you the YouTube link again, Facebook. Don't worry. We are here to save the day. We can at least save the day.
You're talking over
with.
me.
Oh, well, I mean, I thought you were just telling him that, it's too bad that it's.
Hey, you explained it, though.
Yeah, that's true. My pleasure. It's what I do. I do the explaining.
Someone said, hi,
All right,
guys.
let me go message him
Hello.
to YouTube.
Yes, we will paste the YouTube for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. YouTube link for the Facebook. So if you want, again, wider screen, better quality audio, Facebook, we can definitely do that over there.
Well, I think we should order
Oh. Wait. We can't yet. We got to see what's up.
Order some food?
No, not yet. We must first see. There it is.
Whoa,
115 backers.
Okay.
Another shot shall be had.
We're getting really close.
We are only 5 away from having this be the most backed campaign. So thank you, Curry. Thank you, Curry.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So to the next
this guy got
what's
more.
It called? Stretch goal. It's 6,500. So you're less than 400 away.
It is true, but either way, I will give people the.
Right. Either way, if we hit the backers or that, whichever one.
I will do all 3.
Okay, cool. Well, we are at 115, so you need to. Are you gonna heat up some more sake?
Okay,
cool.
We need more sake so you can take a shot.
It's gonna heat up more sake.
We're burning through sake, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I would say, this has been a fun close. I feel a conclusion is coming close for this campaign. And it's true, there's 5 hours left. But it's been really fun doing all these live streams. Last year, I only did one. I only did the live. I think I did 2 live streams. And it was just me, and I was wearing my Volun cap outfit. But these have been really fun because we have a much bigger setup, a much better microphone. So yeah, thanks for being here. Let's see. All right, who wants to play Hangman? Let's see.
All right.
Someone said, "Can you read out loud what's on those posters behind you?"
That's too much. We can't do that, but
that's adorable.
Basically, they're the.
Someone said, "How did I wind up here? I have no idea." That's the same guy. How did I wind up here? I have no idea what this is about.
Well, he'll find out in a second because first I'll explain everything while you're getting ready to take your shot. Okay. So this is a live stream for those who just walked in.
I think I'm gonna pass out if I have no food.
Okay, so we should order food now. All right, let's order it.
I'm gonna order some Chinese noodles.
Oh, okay.
Do you want some, or what do you want?
I was either that or some Italian, but either way.
Italian?
Yeah.
That's true. The Italian is so good. That bread is delicious.
Yeah.
But I do like me some shrimp lo mein.
Hey, that's what it is. What it is. So, for those of you just joining us.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you. Yes, for the support, Curry. We gotta do it. Curry did it.
Thank you, Curry.
Thank you, Curry. You're appreciated.
I'll put it down to find the name.
We're almost there. So those of you just joined, again, we're doing this
I don't know if I will survive the night. This is about my limit.
That's
I'm at
true.
5. Usually that's it for me.
Cheers.
I don't know if I can do 5.
So we're doing the final voluntarist.
What?
We're doing the final Voluntaryist Origins III fundraising campaign for the purpose of closing out and beating the all-time record of 119 backers. So again, all-time record.
All right.
And she is taking a shot for every backer.
I'm gonna fly away. I'm gonna go.
I don't know that she can hold up that promise, but we will try. All right, so let me go ahead. For those who are new, I'm going to give them the campaign link while you're taking your shot that you promise to take for every single backer up to 120.
I said, fill me a half. He keeps filling. It's at 160.
You got another one. We're only 4 away now. We're only 4 away. You got another shot coming to you.
This next one, you better fill me half.
All right, I'll fill you half, but then you better order food because otherwise it's over.
Look what Joseph said here. Okay. Yeah, do not poison the beautiful Oriental woman.
Well, I'm not poisoning.
I think he's talking about you.
Yeah, me. Maybe just drink some water before the shot.
I don't know. I'm a woman. I could be a man.
Oh my goodness. Whoo. All right.
And then he said, "Come by."
All right, maybe it's
I had to see more on Facebook this way.
Okay. All right.
Take some shots. Cheers, modern Renaissance man.
Yes. Cheers, and cheers. Thank you again, Curry. Thank you.
Thank you.
Curry. And then we're about to have to say thank you to somebody else, right? Because you still haven't drank this for Curry.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Woo! All right. Woo! Yeah, baby. That was good. All right. So who else supported that's gonna
want a program? Okay.
God, yeah. Oh goodness.
All right, what? We're at 116.
Who else supported? Derek. Thank you so much. Derek has come back in to bring it
for a 3rd time.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, hey,
I assume nothing.
He got Costco cards.
But thank you so much, Derek, for your support.
All right,
and thank you for bringing us very close now. We are almost to beating the record. We have 116 total backers. We just need 4 more backers. Again, anybody, doesn't matter the level. It could be $1, it could be $3, it could be whatever. The goal is we're just trying to beat the all-time record. And whether or not we hit 6,500, if we beat that record, I will unleash and give all 3 of the stretch goals.
I'm like so excited now. Like, everything's great.
So, all right. So now that we know that Derek has support, I'll give you a lesser amount. There you go.
Thank you.
Being fair, just because I don't want you dead yet.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy.
Oh wait.
You just got another shot.
Whoa! Hey, Del.
So thank you, Del.
Okay.
You got to take that one. You got another one. You're not even gonna make it to ordering food at this rate.
I know.
All right.
Well, I need my phone, which has Facebook streaming to do it. Oh, I saw hearts. Thank you.
No, I guess you can't order food then.
Someone said, "Out here doing God's work."
Yes,
we are. I don't know why I read it in that voice.
I love it.
All right. Cheers, Derek.
Take your drink and let us see what is coming next. Because, yes,
another one.
I know. Again, I'm going to keep it reasonable. It's something. I know you're struggling already. Just careful what you type.
Hey, you guys are creating consequences for Jack over here.
There's no consequences.
He's
There's
gonna
just
have
a
to deal
funded
with
campaign
me.
with 120 backers.
Who's gonna deal with me drunk? You.
Nope.
Okay, Dell. Thank
I'm
you,
definitely
Dell.
not.
All
Thank you,
right.
Dell.
Cheers to you.
Cheers. All right. Again, any level, 1, 3, 100, 500, doesn't matter. We're trying to just beat that one record.
This is the most generous with shots that I've been.
That is very, very generous.
All
We
right.
are only 3. We just need three more
more
supporters to beat the record and have the
Get
highest
some
funded
cosplay cards.
all time. Yeah, the cosplay. Here, I'll get
Get
the cosplay
pictures
card.
of me posing like this.
That's
or
true.
like
We didn't
this.
release that one yet. We did not. I'm going to give the cosplay discount perk.
I
Okay.
don't know why it's all with me in one hand.
Okay. So I'll give the link.
Or like this. Because you need to tell people about Jack's powers or things that you're allowed.
I tell people about Jack's powers.
Well, tell them now, and I'll act it out here.
So obviously he has flight eventually. He has some energy stuff. He has some healing stuff. But I don't want to spoil things because, again, there's stuff on the website. You can check it out at volcomic.com. There's stuff in the comic, though. It's still in development, and I'm not revealing. I'm not revealing things until it's too late. You're tipsy. Okay.
I remember that one.
All right.
time.
So that means there's 3 more shots before she cannot handle anymore.
Remember that one, the one and only time I've ever blacked out my whole life?
I do remember that. Yep. All right. So let's go ahead and focus on not blacking out.
I mean,
3 more supports. It's whoa,
we're at 119 backers.
We are 1 away from having the most backed
campaign. I'm
campaign.
order Grenadinos for the rest of the
Thank you, Zach.
or some Chinese food.
Thank you, Doug. You got
Zach
2,
and Doug.
You got 2 shots coming to you. So Zach and Doug.
All right, one more.
So this one's Zach's, and I'll get the other one's Doug's.
Anyone want to play Hangman?
Hangman ain't a part of that.
Come on.
Zach Lukowski wants to play Hangman.
Zach wants to play Hangman.
Oh,
Okay,
my goodness.
5 guesses.
Woo! Zach Lukowski came in, and he's doing. Zach gets he gets 5 letters.
He gets 5 letters. Okay, Zach, let's explain.
And you have 2 shots still because you got 2 supports. You got to do it.
All right.
Before you forget, you got to
Okay, fine.
1 shot.
To who?
To you. Oh, to this one. This shot is for Zach. Zach, you.
But not the same Zach. Okay, Zach, you.
Thank you, Zach, you. And then the next one's for Doug. All right, you ready? Yeah. All right, so this one's for Doug. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Zach, for your support. Without you, she would be way more sober. And, of course, this campaign would not be about to break all
records. Is this going to turn me into
records.
Lao Tzu? Okay.
It probably will.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wait, I forgot the
I
name.
need to do too.
Not Zach.
Zach and Doug.
Doug.
Thank you,
Doug.
Yes.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, so we are literally 1 backer away from breaking every single voluntarist comic record of all time. Literally 1 backer away. It could be $1, it could be 500. If you want to do the shout out or you want to do the super suit.
Have you guys seen this meme? This meme that goes, yeah, baby. Where Jack has like
oh my god
a square jaw. It's really
oh my goodness.
Okay.
All right. So Zach is going
Zach,
to
5
get
letter
now
guesses.
Zach's turn. So Zach's super chat right now. He did 25, so he gets 5 guesses on the board.
Including phrases. You can guess
he can guess the
phrase.
again, so you could go slow, which I recommend because you could do a couple letters and then the 5th one go for the guess.
So let me
Zach
show
is
you.
in. So put Zach's name
so
up.
So the first word has 6 letters.
Yep.
6 letters. Second word has also 6 letters. 6 letters. Third word has 2 letters, and the last word has 6 letters as well. So
yeah, sorry,
six,
I'm in the way, y'all.
That's okay. So 6626.
Oh, Modern Renaissance Man coming in for the
gosh,
game too. All right.
We might have to start a new
Okay,
game.
well,
for
it depends on if Zach
Renaissance
gets
Man.
it, because Zach still has to give us letters. And again, I would recommend for Zach's sake that he does at most 4 letters and then gives himself an opportunity to guess, because he could probably do it. And then Modern Renaissance Man will get his own board. I think if Zach clears this map.
So we'll put it on Zach Lukowski.
So Zach Lukowski first in for super chats. He gets 5 guesses. Let's see what he says.
I'd like to think. I said it again. I like to think. That's how gone I am. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Derek.
Thanks, Derek. Thanks,
Doug.
and
no, not Chuck. It's another name.
Oh,
Chubby.
No.
It's
No. We have Zach,
Del
Doug,
Curry.
Dell.
I don't know why I thought Chubby.
Derek,
Panda.
Curry,
Carrie.
Derek,
Donrick.
Carrot. Yeah.
Tim.
Panda.
Oh no, I'm rapping.
She's rapping. She's had so many shots. She's now officially rapping. Mother of God.
Mother of God. Well, if the world burns, I'm glad to be here with y'all.
Yeah, it ain't burned yet. All right. So again, where's Zach? Where's his letters? What does he got?
Where's Zach?
He's like, what do I got to do to get you all drunk? Zach, if you want to get us all drunk, you have to just support on the campaign because every support up to 120 gets
We're
a shot.
literally at one more.
We just have one more.
To get.
There's only one more, but you do still get, again, 5 guesses on this game. So we will hold out and we will keep playing to see where we can take this.
Oh, cool.
So let's see where I'm going to reload, see if anybody came in, and we're going to see what Zach's at.
SoCalCBD.net or Modern Renaissance Man gave us $24.99.
Yep. So thank you. And he is going to be our next contestant here. Once Zach comes through on his letters.
I just imagine him
his letters?
pondering really hard.
Right.
You know.
He's like,
Maybe he took a bathroom break. He's like, what's the letters?
I mean, I'm excited to see because, I'm excited to see if he
hey, guys, I'm not going to lie. Taxation is theft. And
were you going to lie otherwise?
No. I know it implies that.
Yes.
But not gonna say that anymore.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm making the stand now. Self-knowledge change.
Self-knowledge
I'm not gonna say that anymore.
What is it gonna be? Are we gonna get the 120th backer, or are we gonna get Zach on his number first, or his letters first? Who's gonna come through first?
I'm not sure.
The 120th backer,
but
or
I gotta say,
Zach?
I'm enhanced.
You are very enhanced.
I'm very enhanced.
So someone said, how do I donate? I will give you the link right now, straight here. So again,
how do I process?
How
do I overcome the alcohol making everything enhanced?
I have no idea. But you gotta make it at least to 11 because we promised 11. We're doing 11. So
11.
Again, you only have to drink through 120. So you have one more shot. Okay,
well, I'm reading this article called Mantle of Science by Murray Rothbard.
Oh,
Gosh,
yeah. I think I know who that is.
That sounds like such a cool article name, Mantle of Science. This man lived and he fought for liberty and he died and he put out so much intellectual work.
And he slept until 12 every day.
What? Really?
Rothbard loved sleeping in, apparently, yeah.
Till 12 p.m.? You read that somewhere?
Yeah, I did. The Mises Institute had like an article about how he used to love sleeping in, so...
Hey, I love
sleeping
in.
I'm right there with
you.
I love sleeping in too. Okay, so Mon Renaissance Man, SoCal CBD, he says that he's driving. So again, we don't want any unsafe participation. So we'll give him a chance to stop driving.
I think he guessed letters.
Did he? Oh, where is it? Yes! Zach is gone. TLBEA. All right, Zach Lukowski gets TLBEA. What do we got?
So do we have T? Wow,
I think I'm very acute on this, so I can tell you T is not. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're very astute.
Yes, so T is not. So you can put T is not. L is. B is. Okay. I don't think E is. Yeah. So we got some of the stuff on this Hangman.
No, E is not.
Oh no, I think you just got a shot coming through. I just read. This was gonna be a big one.
Anyone who's been here since the beginning, or anyone who's watching this in the
we
future,
have done it. Put on the party lights. Party light it is.
Party lights.
All right, pass the shirt.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
You're not gonna make it, but
I'm not gonna.
All right, thank you everybody. Here we go. We just hit 120 backers.
And kept my grind value on my mind.
We did it. We have now officially hit. We have officially hit 120 backers. Voluntaryist Origins 3 has just become the most supported comic campaign of all time.
Thought you'd see us amused. Should I keep going?
Yeah, you can keep going. I can't grind it.
Glock's up looking dangerous. Hard to take us down. Haters ain't debaters. Scream about roads now. Taxer got the papers. Everything is enhanced. I got sake in my mouth. La la la.
All right, and that means Derek, because he did that, you have one more shot.
My name's not Riff Raff. Okay, anyway.
So basically, what this means is that
I got
Voluntaryist Origins 3.
Voluntaryist comics, though. Gucci Voluntaryist
Oh my goodness.
comics.
So Voluntaryist Origins 3 officially now, because I said, if if we reach 120, I would do everybody gets, who did comic support or higher, everybody gets all 3 of the stretch goals. We're doing it. Everybody's getting the stretch goals. So again, anybody who wants to support still can. Again, it is appreciated. And I might even throw in something extra if you do hit the old stretch goal. I might give a little bit extra there and see what I can do to spice it up. But since we did hit the record and we beat everything, we are now officially, going to be doing all 3 stretch goals for everybody who did the print comic or higher. So awesome. So because Zach played his letters,
yes, let me write it. So
that means that he can play.
T is out. There is no T.
Yes, Zach, we will definitely drink.
There is. I don't know how I'm doing this. I feel like I'm not sober at all, but like somehow I'm using
Thanks, Zach.
critical thinking process.
Zach says we're fun AF.
Fun as
free markets.
Fobs. Fun as fobs.
Fun as fobs.
Fresh off the boat. Just kidding. That's my parents. Okay.
True. So yeah, thank you everybody. This is it. Voluntaryist has officially hit the record. We have literally become this round the #1 supported voluntarist comic of all time. We have broken every single record, every past support record of all time. We have raised more money, more backers. This is literally setting a trend. And I think I actually want to take a look right now at the comics trending on Indiegogo, because I'm pretty sure at this point it's got to be up there now. Because at first, when I first launched, we were like #1 trending on Indiegogo. So let's see right now. Yes, we are back up on the front page. Thank you.
Cool.
Because of this support, we are now on the front page with Indiegogo on their trending for comics.
Wait,
so we are definitely up there. I don't think so, actually.
Okay,
but we are going to take a look. Yep, right there. Yeah. Voluntaryist says now, thanks to everybody's support, up there on the first page of Indiegogo.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
High five.
High five to everybody else there, too.
2 hands up.
Very good.
That's okay.
We did it.
I need to get this.
All right. So again, if anybody,
hey,
we're going to hang out here till at least 11.
What alcohol does? It creates a fish lens.
A fish lens.
On your eye optics.
On your eye. Oh my
goodness. Everything's like
enhanced. Because you haven't had dinner yet, too, especially.
That's true.
Oh,
all
my
right,
goodness.
what should I get for dinner?
I don't know. But next time we get dinner, we definitely have to have some drinks with Zach. Because Zach's like, next time he sees us, we're going to do some sake.
Oh, okay.
If we see him again, next time, whatever we do, definitely do some sake.
I still want some moonshine, Zach.
Oof. I don't know about that one.
Strong or something? Oh.
Moonshine is, yeah, I mean, of course. Thank you so much, Lincoln. Thank you for your support.
You,
so he brought it to 121. He brought it even past. We're solidly past.
We're at 121.
Then 119. We're at 121. We're setting new records tonight.
Wait, did I take a shot? I can't remember. No, you loaded.
No, it's still there. You got to take a shot.
Okay, sorry.
This is the last shot.
Person?
That was Derek.
Derek.
Yes. So thank you, Derek.
Thank you, Derek.
Yes.
I looked at the mic and then I looked at the Facebook and then the camera. Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
Wow, thank you for giving me more than I've ever drinking in like forever, because I don't take 9 shots. Usually I take 5. And for some reason I'm talking for so long, really fast. All right, I feel like it's time to do some math. Anyone want to do math? You want to learn about programming, guys? Well, if we get $5, then the variable philosopher's happiness will increase by 10-fold.
Derek says he needs a yes, please for that final support. So I think we can do.
Please.
Exactly.
Right,
so we did it. We did it.
Yeah, we did.
And then Zach says the TSA will confiscate his moonshine. Yeah, boo TSA, stealing people's good drinks.
Hey, so we didn't get the phrase. Oh wait.
Well, we still.
Zach has a 5th letter.
Wait, did he do 4 or did he do 5? Oh, he did 4.
I think he put a 5th letter.
Where is it?
Let's see, Zach.
And then we have
TLBEA. He did do 5, so we're missing A.
Okay.
And then technically, since Modern Renaissance Man did a super chat, he does have.
So there's no A.
He does have the ability.
Oops.
There is no A.
There is no A, so I'm gonna draw more on the Hangman. All right, Modern Renaissance Man. If you would like to guess letters.
Yeah, but be safe. We know you're driving. So don't
true.
Text and drive. We want everybody safe.
That's true.
But if you do get a free moment,
have 5 guesses.
You get 5 guesses,
which includes guesses. You could do 5 guesses on the phrase if you wanted. So yeah, either or.
Awesome.
I feel like dancing.
I mean,
shh, shh. You know, I would play music, but you can't.
Yeah, we
because
got
of
Article 17 so fast.
17. Wait,
so
is it
fast.
16 or 18? I can't remember. They keep changing it.
I think wasn't 13 then 17.
No, right.
Yeah. What are you even doing?
I'm trying to look it up. Everything's in hands.
Oh my
Article
goodness.
13.
All right. So what I think we'll do here, I think
it is
because we were very successful here. We reached our goal on levels.
We did.
I can't even begin to imagine.
I'm so gone.
We're going to stay on YouTube, of course, till 11. But I'm going to let Facebook now know that we're going to switch just to YouTube. So if you're on Facebook right now, let me get you the YouTube. I'm going to get you a YouTube link so you can keep staying on with us because we need to get some food because she had way too much sake. So she needs some food to balance that out.
Turning me sadist.
Yes.
Hey, do you want to have a debate where I pretend to be a sadist?
No, definitely not.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because
he'd lose.
I'd lose? No, I don't know about that one. It's too dangerous. It's too dangerous. All right, so here you go, Facebook. Facebook, I'm looking at you. Here's the YouTube link.
Bye, Facebook.
So YouTube, again, keep joining us here on YouTube. YouTube, we're staying with you. Don't worry, we're staying with you.
Switch over to YouTube.
So again, Facebook, we just gave you the Facebook, the YouTube link here. So adios. We'll see you soon. We're going to close the Facebook part, and we're going to continue on it. So thank you, everybody on Facebook who supported. Thank you for getting us to the #1 groundbreaking.
We did it.
Voluntaryist of all time. Numbers backers beat every record. Support.
I don't know what.
Yeah, beat every record. So thank you. I'm excited to get everybody the perks, including stuff like this and everything else. So thank you. We're going to keep hanging, though. If you want to keep hanging, go to the YouTube link down below.
Hey, we can play my song and Cap Grind.
Yeah, that's legally true.
True. Hello, YouTube continued.
Okay. So.
Man, what are you guys doing on a Tuesday night? You know?
All right. So here you go. You can do the food part.
Okay.
All right. So now that we've finished the Facebook edition, we can focus
order some food
on the YouTube side.
Capitalism and the free market. Oops, I pushed the button.
Hitting buttons.
Amen to that. To voluntarism. You know,
what do I know?
Is it too much to ask to just live in a world of love and peace? Is that not what we all wanted when we were kids? Anyway, I'm now the drunk philosopher.
The drunk philosopher, the sake philosopher.
Or tipsy philosopher.
The tipsy philosopher.
Pretty drunk. Okay.
Whoa.
Wait, how do you know? Is it when you don't have motor
I can tell because you're
anymore?
You're redder than communist China right now. That's why.
Oh.
That's how we know.
I look straight in the camera. In the camera.
Yeah, we need to get you some food fast.
All right, I'm going to talk in this accent.
Go downhill quickly.
Okay, I talk in this accent for the rest of time. I love this accent. It reminds me of my family. We go back way long time. Oh, you post on Facebook. Join us for the continuation of the live stream here.
Yes, thank you for the narration.
Wow. You know, I just recently watched a clip of Dave Chappelle, one of my all-time favorite clips. I've seen this so many times.
Yeah.
Of Dave Chappelle talking about why he cannot pass out or like around white people.
Why?
Well, it's just such a funny skit, and it just includes so many racial stereotypes that that PC culture hates.
Right. Oh, of course. I mean,
and that they
he couldn't do that today.
That they mislabel as racism.
Right.
Because it's not racism.
No, he's just making literally jokes.
It's just stereotypes, and oftentimes stereotypes have some bits of truth in it, and it's just funny. It's just like we are consciousnesses. We are human beings. We're experiencing a weird experience in this world at this certain point in time. I mean, there are people that I will never meet, like Murray Rothbard. He died before I ever could meet him. And it's just so cool to be able to cherish that.
It is. So, speaking of cherishing liberty and stuff, drunken philosopher. Drunken philosopher.
Okay, I gotta order food before
I
go.
So, yeah, get that food. So we're back in.
I might have to go to the bathroom.
Well, it's a good thing you have that zipper for that purpose. Yeah, right. Like some
some people were
and the first pictures We're like, oh my goodness, the crotch zipper. My God.
Right, for the pictures for the
Right, but it's
costume.
like okay, fine, we'll Photoshop it in. But I mean,
No.
you gotta have a zipper down there to use the bathroom. Otherwise, it's really hard to use.
That's true. But I do appreciate the customer feedback. You're right. It was kind of like glaring. So we photoshopped it out moving forward. And the philosopher cosplay cards will not have that in there. So we'll be photoshopped
Yeah, the
out.
one picture of
if that
where the zipper
your
is.
opinion at all.
My
getting
goodness.
it.
All right.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
I didn't sneeze.
All right.
Just burped.
So
well, everything's so enhanced. See, I have the consciousness to know I'm not going to go drive.
Right.
I'm not going to go drive.
Just order food.
And I have somebody
that's what the market
who knows that I shouldn't be driving and who would keep me from driving. You know, when it comes to drunk driving and alleviating that, it really comes to one, a mindset change, and two, a self-knowledge / surrounding yourself with better people relationship change. You know?
Right.
That's really what it takes, because just making things illegal does not get rid of the problem. And that's something that, you know, I was indoctrinated to believe in public school.
Right.
Just because it's a law doesn't mean that people are going to follow it.
Right.
So
laws
if
don't
you
fix
really
the underlying
want
issues.
something to change, such as, you know, you want people to recycle, or you want people to switch to electric cars. I mean, there's another option for that. But overall, you know, it really takes a culture change.
Right.
And I love this idea that we've been talking about lately, which is we already are living in anarchy. This is it, folks. There is no necessarily transition to anarchy. I mean, if we're talking about government structures, yes. But in terms of anarchy, like individual consciousnesses not being able to control other individual consciousnesses, and just trying to compete for there to be a status government, trying to compete for there to be free market capitalism. I mean, we're already here living it. So, you know, it's just kind of funny to think that thought that we're already, no matter what, no matter if our current country that we're in, whether you're in the United States or Brazil or China, whatever, whether that whole geography is defined by some monopoly on violence called government, you know, that is super statist or voluntarist, you know, either way, you still have individual consciousnesses and their needs and desires competing. So here we are, and either way, you still have to change minds.
Of course, I completely agree with that. Yeah, exactly.
You want there to be peaceful parents. No law is going to make people a peaceful parent. You know, even though like spanking has been outlawed,
you have to change minds, right?
You still have to change people's minds to do it. So,
right.
Someone said, "Where can I get the voluntarist classes?"
I know, right? So the voluntarist classes, what you're seing here is actually
prototypes.
These are the
Okay.
These are the early prototypes. So we are developing these, and we've had to go through several iterations.
Why I'm doing this. This suit is great. If you want to get the suit,
it does feel really nice.
It feels really good.
It makes you feel really good.
It does. It makes me feel like one, a superhero. Two, it's even though it's super hot here right now, especially as summer's coming up, I feel cool. It like cools me down in my arms.
So thank you for the compliment on the glasses. The thing is they are going to actually be available to get in the near future. We just had to go through the prototypes and work through the iterations of design and what works and what doesn't work for mass production, which again, it's the beauty of the market. So we are actually on the last prototype, and in the near future, within the next few months, we're going to work on actually getting that over in China made and into something that we can bring back here and offer people. So
I sound like Donald Trump. China. I'm sorry. I still haven't ordered food.
I know you almost
and
ordered food. It's very close. You almost ordered food and went to the bathroom. We were almost there.
I need to go to the bathroom. Okay, wait. Let's refresh the Origins backer.
Oh my goodness! I'm gonna get some more sake while you decide which order of events you're gonna do.
You guys are awesome. I'm sentimental because I took a little alcohol. I mean, a little is relative, I suppose. By a little, I mean 10 shots. And that's what I usually do. Yeah. I feel a little more like just at ease. I don't feel as anxious from my childhood. And we still have 121 backers. Awesome. Okay, well, whoever gave us the 11 backers, I'm just going to go ahead and Lincoln, thank you. That was awesome. Even though.
And of course, there still is room more for support, because if you do hit 6,500, I will add on another secret perk bonus for that purpose. So if we do hit 6,500, I'll throw in something else. I'll figure out something else.
Should I take?
But I want to make sure everybody knows that all three are available now because of breaking the all-time record for supporters of 119. So we're at 121. So
yeah. Hey, wait, did Modern Renaissance Man make a joke yet? I mean, not a joke. Did he choose his letters?
He's driving. Yes, he's saying.
Oh, he's driving? Okay. Someone guessed on his behalf, but I'm sorry. It doesn't go like that.
No, you can't guess on his behalf unless he delegates it.
Zach says, y'all are fun at AF. Wait, you read that already.
I read that already. So
fun
what are you going to order food or pee or both?
I'm going to pee, then order first. Someone said.
You can do both,
Long-time fan, first-time contributor. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
That's so nice. Thank you, Derek.
Yes, thank you.
Someone says she sells seashells by the seashore.
You're getting too deep in the comments.
I don't know. That's funny.
Don't you need to order food?
I like reading the comments. I like hearing what the people have to say.
That's true.
That sounds so stupid. I want to hear what the people have to say.
I want to hear what everybody has to say. But
okay, I'm going to go pee. And then
we have to also order food. All right.
Bye,
so do you think?
See you soon. Hang out with Jack. Your face is perfect. I have to walk.
Come back soon. Come back soon. All right. So in the meantime, while she is away, I will hold down the fort and I will talk about all the Liberty things until she gets back from. I hope she goes back soon. All right, so about all the Liberty things that are happening. All right, so refreshing the comic campaign here. We're still at 121 backers. We're at 6266. So again, 6,500 is the next, or was going to be the next, you could say, stretch goal backer. So if we do hit that, definitely we'll come up with something extra to throw on. I think something that you would definitely like. But, I'm just, at this point, just enthralled that this is going to be not only the best voluntarist issue of all time, but there's going to be some cool stuff along with the process here. So I know as anybody who had seen before with Voluntaryist Origins 2, where it left off was kind of a good cliffhanger. And that's what I try to do with, and on that note, right? Talking about the end of comic stuff, you have the philosopher out here. So with every comic issue, there's a little bit of a cliffhanger that definitely makes you want to keep on reading. So Origins 3, of course, will definitely leave you wanting more. But the principles of liberty, of course, are going to definitely start to come out a little bit more. So you're going to see a lot more of that dynamic of character development as relates to the principles of liberty, especially in this issue. So let's see here. Refresh right now. What do we have? Okay. We're still sitting pretty right there. Still waiting on, let's see, Modern Renaissance Man's last support and his letters. So he definitely can, whenever he gets a chance, just throw in a couple letters if you get to a stoplight or something of that nature. So what is planned for a voluntarist, going forward? So where is this all going? So the goal is to get the origin story fully out. And then eventually, once that story is fully out, get the other elements of the universe, side characters and stories like that. And actually, on that note of what is coming up on the secret perks, the stretch goals, one of those character side stories includes the philosopher in terms of a special new character coming out, which is another reason why you definitely want to support and get that going, because there's going to be a little extra something to see going forward. So Let's take a look here. So post-date donation, is that possible? There's always ways to support the Voluntarists in terms of ordering the comic or going to the website, but I can post that, for you here. www.volcomic.com. I hope I saw that right. You can go see exactly what opportunities there in terms of like getting past comics or support, things like that. But eventually, this is a full-fledged comic universe. It is something that you would see like Marvel or DC in terms of characters and different arcs and different individual stories that come out. So this is meant to be very dynamic in how the story runs. So it's something that you can get into for the mainline story and side stories and everything in between. And I'm kind of just doing it because obviously I love comics and I love liberty. I love the intersection of those two things. And I don't think we have a lot of time before these kinds of things get meaningfully attacked. If you look around the world and you look at government censorship, it's happening right now. We're battling this on social media and otherwise through government pressure. There's coming a time where being able to talk about these things, will be met with violence. So try and do as much as possible.
Well, it came in at a serious time.
Well, not serious. Just talking about the comic and why we're doing what we're doing here, and just try and get as much content and interest out there to inspire before the government tries to shut all this kind of stuff down, which is obviously a real concern considering what you see happening in China and EU and their copyright stuff and this and that. So it's very scary.
Yeah, definitely. Oh man.
But did you get to order food?
No.
So close. We almost made it. We were very close to having fun.
Okay.
All right, I see Modern Renaissance Man. You got to get some letters in by the time she gets back. We have 5 guesses. You could even do, there's quite a few letters here. You could probably do 3 guesses, maybe even guess. Who knows? But that'll keep it lively until we wrap up here in about 20 minutes. So let's refresh the page. Let's see what's happening here. We have still sitting at 121, 6266, which again, totally grateful for. But if anybody wants to push us up to that next level and get another bonus perk, I'm all about it too. All right. So did you manage to find where to order?
Yes.
Perfect. And we don't forget
I think Jack
special
is assessing
instructions.
How sober I am, or conscious rather.
Yes.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most unconscious I've ever
Most
been,
unconscious.
as in blackout, Tim had like a maybe
6, 7.
7.
Oh wow. Well, I don't know what we have to do to incentivize more support, but if that means more shots, we can
Wait,
do that.
is Modern Renaissance Man home enough to be able to guess on 5?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm actually going to pull up a live stream here too on Jack since you're using your phone. So I'm going to do a live stream direct here so we can get more people to join in for this game.
Oh, okay.
So,
We look like those millennials that are just on their phones.
yeah, we're just
all
in
the
our
time.
phones all the time, of course. All right, let me unlock this so I can rotate it. And then I'm going to start this live video. All right.
Man,
Oh,
this
did
just
I
makes
just do
me
the
for
phone?
some reason. I think you might have.
Oh, wait.
Do you need to use this?
Hold on. I think I messed this up.
Okay.
I hit the wrong button. Woo! All right, so I'm going to do this properly this time. There
Well,
we go.
I like checking the comments. See what's
Yes,
going
check
on.
some comments while you're ordering.
Someone said, "LOL, millennial phones." I'm glad I made someone laugh. Yay! Modern Renaissance Man is home.
Finally, you can do some letters.
He said, "Okay, how does the game work? Do I just pick my 5 letters?" So you can pick 5 letters or 5 phrases. Like you can guess the whole phrase if you want. Or any combination of those. So yeah, I don't even know how I'm still sober right now,
You're
or
not.
even like moving.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So now I got another Facebook live feed here to let people know it's shaking.
Shake it.
Shaking bacon. All right. Let me get this out of the way.
It's funny how humans can abstract things.
All right.
What?
The
Did you
sake is
drop?
great. Okay.
It is.
So here we are. We are doing it live here for Voluntaryist. And let's see where we're at. I'm going to refresh this, see if we get close to even having 4 bonus perks. I mean, that would be really cool. I'd be very impressed with that outcome, to say the least. Because I've been working on some of those secret perks already. I can tell you that they look pretty cool. They definitely
Yeah, especially
look cool.
the secret wink wink character.
Yeah, the secret character, which
see.
you may have heard about.
Yeah.
So,
Alright,
so while she orders food, and
yes.
I mean, that's just the beauty of the market, right? You can literally order food and have it delivered straight to your house. I mean,
We've
that
been
is
enjoying
amazing.
capitalism all weekend.
Yeah.
I will say. We got to hang out with a good
right.
friend of yours.
Yeah.
Ryan.
We hung out with my friend Ryan, who's a big liberty lover and Austrian economist working on his PhD.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, Ron and Reticence Man, he said, I can't read the board, so I'll just pick some random letters.
Oh, I'll read it to you. TLBEA. Or
so
you could type it in the
TLBEA has
chat.
already been chosen.
You should type it in. TLBEA.
I'll type it in. So it's TLBEA. Is that right? Yeah.
This is like rocket science trying to order on Uber Eats right now.
Right.
It's like,
So Abel says, thoughts on lawful money. I don't know about lawful, but money, of course, is just the communication
like
of
ethical, maybe?
subjective money.
Subjective money.
Subjective value. So in other words, money.
Thanks, Abel.
Yeah, so money is going beyond commodities. In other words, beyond consumption, where people are trading something for the sake of using that to trade for the future. So in market money,
of exchange.
Yeah, right, exactly. So market money is just people adopting that based on common use and common demand. So obviously, the government's money is based on forced theft. The Federal Reserve banking is instituted via government law, via forced theft. So obviously, that's not ethical. But what market money would look like may not be clear exactly because, again, innovation can change things. But market money, in terms of historical money, came in the form of things like gold and silver because a lot of people had subjective value for that, like independent use value. And so it became a stronger thing because you could use it for other things besides just the trade value. Like there's a real utility to it for, again, subjective value, depending on the person.
Yeah, it just arose voluntarily. Some commonly try to say that like capitalists worship money, but that's not the case. It's just
right. Money is just the communication that you expect future value from somebody else, and that's literally all it is providing subjective value to people. That's all it is.
All
right.
Well,
so did he put in some letters? Okay, here we go. So we have letters. OPIMW.
Okay.
All right.
OPIMW. Thank you.
Thank you.
Modern Renaissance Man.
Thank you, Modern Renaissance Man. And thank you, Abel, for your question.
Okay. We do have an O.
We sure do.
We have none in the first word, but we have 2 in the second word. And then we have none in the third word, and then we have 1 O in the fourth word.
Awesome. So this is probably enough to guess, even, I think.
Okay, and then what else?
Okay.
Oh, do you want to?
So wait, well, he has OPIMW.
Okay.
OPIMW. You can write them all down. OPIMW.
Oh wow! I guess my marker is going away.
W. Yeah.
It turned gray. It used to be gold.
Oh no!
What happened? Oh, there you go. The other side. Okay. OPIMW. And then we have Modern Renaissance Man. Or is it ma'am?
Modern Renaissance ma'am.
Modern Renaissance
no,
man.
man.
I wonder if he'll say anything.
Is Zach making a joke? Ooper receiver, yeah, right.
Zach.
Yeah, he's making a joke.
He is. Because Zach has been here for all the live streams. So he's known some of the inside jokes. All right, so we have O. Wait, we got that. P. We do have a P.
Yes, we do. That's what I was saying. P. With that new guess, probably could.
Okay, P, and then we have I. And then we have I in the first word. And then we have another I here. And then we have another I here. I don't know how I'm even alive right now. Okay.
Wait, did the food get ordered?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, perfect.
I'll be here at 11:10.
Perfect.
Eastern. I feel like Drunken Master. You know how he somehow gets more like logical?
Right.
Or not logical.
So,
adept at martial arts.
So Doderick asks, how do you join the Hangman game? So again, if you do a super chat at $5 or higher, $5 or higher, you can either make a guess or you can solve. So if you do, for every $5, you get either a letter or an opportunity to solve. So it's just like a separate game thing to help support the comic while having a little fun. And again, anybody who's just joined, because it looks like I'm seeing a bunch of people just joining now the live stream, we are doing here the final Voluntaryist comic campaign wrap up, where we're just pushing the support levels as far as we can. We have already beaten every single record, including the number of backers record of all time. So this is already the best Voluntaryist campaign of all time. It's going to be the best comic issue of all time. It's going to be the best design. It's going to be the best sequence of events. It's going to be the best perk packages. It's going to be great.
Woo-hoo!
So again, the only thing that can happen from here on out is making it greater.
I'm going to be helping to ship out the packages.
Yes.
And especially anyone who got the Philosophy cosplay.
Zach Lukowski coming in with the guess.
Zach got it. Zach. Public school is prison.
Public school is prison.
Right, and thank you so much. High five.
So Zach did 10, so he got it. And he gets since it's 10, he gets one more guess on we'll do one more round of Hangman after this.
Yeah.
He put in 10, so he gets one more guess for the next one.
All right. Is prison. That it is. Well, it really is a prison. I've been reflecting more on school and it's true. Public school is most people's interaction with or experience with being in a prison, in a place where you have to be in the place that the authority figures around you tell you that you have to be. It's also usually the only place where they experience bullying. I was bullied by not everyone, obviously, but some people. Some people were just bullies. They made fun of my face. They made fun of me being Asian, and a lot of them, I'm sure all of them, actually, I would bet, came from broken homes as well. And that's what school is. Public school is a trauma for people who go through it.
Yep. Oh yeah, Zach said he was heavily bullied as well. Yeah, I mean, it is a bullying environment. Public school is, by its very nature, it's meant to bully young people into conformity of what those who are, ruling, the teachers, want them to do. And there's nothing wrong with learning. I mean, I'm a huge fan of higher learning and philosophical thinking and mathematics and stuff. But the way it's done in school, it's done
just because it's not a centralized, tax-funded place that you're getting your learning.
It stems from coercion and shame. It's not built on fostering gifts and talents and love. It's built on threats, force, and shame, and calling people stupid because they don't do exactly what a teacher wants them to. So, yeah. All right, definitely. So let's go ahead. We'll do one more. I think we have time for one more Hangman.
Look at that. No more. No more papers.
Well, Zach still gets one guess.
He does.
Oh, my goodness.
Maybe we draw directly on the ground.
We might have to.
I do have another paper I'll have to take.
Oh, you do? Okay. So someone said here, I still have social anxiety from public school interactions. Yeah, I mean. Same. You do too. Yeah. I mean, it's sad. It's sad how many young people are broken and destroyed because of the schooling system, because it's completely psychopathic. It really is, because it's built on this idea that everybody needs to be within 2 weeks of knowledge of each other or you're dysfunctional and incompetent. because that's what happens. If you fall behind by the school standard, you're a dysfunctional student. You're incompetent because you're not up to whatever the government says you should be at this age, even though people are so much more diverse than what the state thinks they should be doing for a given, period of age. It's so sick. So many people are told that they're stupid, even though they just literally biologically take longer to develop. You know what I mean? They just, they're a young riser and they function like everybody else. But because the school judges them based on where they're at, regardless of their biological development, they think that they're incompetent or stupid because of the school system. It's just sick.
Yeah.
So
I will say I am definitely very grateful to have survived public school.
Yep. And, I didn't, but
I'm still dealing with the ramifications of public school, which is two of the major ones is confidence in myself and social anxiety. A lot of that came from being bullied by certain people in school. And then the other one is learning how to be a self-directed learner again, as in somebody who is not like thinking that learning only comes from sitting in a classroom and having a teacher, another person dictate to you what to read and what to know.
Right.
I've had to teach myself how to just research on my own. Something I, oddly enough, was never taught in public school, how to effectively research outside of looking at, all I was told when it came to research was only go to scientific journals. Anything in a scientific journal is good. And anything that is .gov or .edu is also good.
Right.
But it wasn't a standard of critical thinking. It didn't teach me how to question my source or the potential bias that could be in the source. It was just, hey, if it says .gov, it's a good thing, So it was a very superficial and not in-depth way of learning.
Right.
For sure. So
right.
Those are the two things. Learning how to learn again.
Wait, where you going?
Oh, I need to cut this.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, no, it's very sad how many young people are effectively destroyed because of that, and a true lack of empathy in the schooling system.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so on to the new paper.
On to the newspaper because we need to get something for Zach's trivia.
Yes. Okay. Oh, your phone is live streaming, but wait, my phone has the as well.
It does. We got a new set of words. So I see someone said that I always did well academically, was able to direct my own education by mid-high school, but I couldn't make friends easily. I still can't. That happens sometimes. So social anxiety persists past that.
Yeah, because like for me, it's almost like it's just like dealing with family memories and traumas. It to me it feels like ghosts. People who bullied you, whether it was family or in public school or strangers, the people who bullied you, they leave a memory on your subconscious, on your psyche, whatever you want to call it. Like to me, they feel like almost ghosts because they when I get quote triggered, everyone gets triggered. Surprise. It's just the FJWs took it to me in something really annoying and funny. But,
right.
Whenever I get triggered, sometimes I hear the voices of those ghosts, the people who made fun of me, the people who were mean to me, called me names, whatever, family or friends again, come up, and it's taken a lot of time for me to just think through those times, process it, grieve it if it caused me pain at the time as a kid, to get over it. So, yeah, I definitely feel you. So,
all right.
Someone said, hello, my friends. Hello, Kimberly.
Hey, how's it going? All right.
Let's see where we're at.
Yeah, you want to see where you're at?
Yeah, I'm curious. I think we left off at 121 backwards.
All right. So let's see. We're at 121 backers still, 6266. Hasn't been any movement since. It would be cool to see if it hits that 6.5, but obviously I'm very thankful and super grateful, humbled by everybody who supported so far. So
Yeah,
that is amazing. Yeah. So what else do you want to talk about leading up to this food coming?
Well, something on my mind is how we watched that show, Dead to Me, on Netflix.
Okay, that was a funny show. On everybody's seen Dead to Me on Netflix.
It was interesting. I think it cut off after a certain plot or whatever was met. You know.
Right.
Yeah, it's an interesting show.
I mean, it showed the state in that, like, as like the savior person, like, but also incompetent, but also right.
Like, I actually thought of them.
Yeah, like, I mean, they like people went to them and they seemed like, oh well, my hands tied, we gotta do their stuff, but like they still made it seem like as if you got to give them deference.
Oh yeah, there there tends to be this personality with police and movies, as they're assertive. They make what's the word, like they're funny but they're assertive, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how to describe that.
Well, I mean, if you want
Like,
to take the personality
jabs.
type, there's EST. They're like ESTJs or ISTJs. Like, they go with what they know. They follow things by the book, but sometimes like they just they get a little empathetic here and there, but they still like ultimately they're like, oh, we just got to serve the law no matter what. Like,
right. I guess what I'm thinking of, there seems to be like an air of, there's always like that caricature of, if it's the police chief, he has authority, he has authority, he's assertive, and he can say things that are demeaning or shaming in any other context, but because in the show he's like a police chief or whatever, it comes off as like funny, almost. Like, that's just a common trope that I've noticed in movies.
Right.
Just that hard butt. I'm not gonna say
hard butt.
Yeah, that hard butt.
That
dude,
hard booty.
That hard butt dude or girl, as we saw in Dead to Me.
Right.
Who's just like, you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
Who's just like, or you have your papers. Like, but they're seen as someone who's likable.
Right, it's this idea that like you're someone who's like, I'm the necessary evil. Like, even if you don't like what I have to say, too bad. It's better that you have me being hard and being, controlling than not. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's like I'm necessary to exist as as a status, cop, whatever.
And they're always painted as being good, though.
Right, ultimately good. Like, even if you don't like how I shame you or control you, well, it's ultimately for your good.
Yeah, that's
right. I mean, it's such a tried trope. It's ridiculous.
No, I've seen that in a lot of tropes.
Typecast that every movie.
Right, that common trope of like, I'm a hardball, but I really care about you. Right. But I'm a hardball. I mean, that's people's almost like personification of what the state would be. Is this like tough on crime, quote unquote, right?
I'm tough
on bad
but
stuff.
You know what? I'm really tough for your own good.
Yeah, like
I shame you for your own good. I gotta arrest you for this marijuana. But it's for your own good.
I don't know why I always do a
for your own
accent.
Good.
Anyone who's from the South, I don't know why I just always do a Southern accent when it comes to, pretending to be a cop. But that's just a trope that I've been laden with. It's a very big trope they play. The Southern racist cop. Basically.
That's true too.
That's a common one.
But they also play like just the good cop, bad cop, like hard cop thing. It's such a trope in TV shows, movies, and stuff that you just typecast it.
Yeah. Oh, Abel. Oh, thank you, Abel.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, I just noticed that
he was saying lawful money versus legal tender. I don't. I mean, I have to look it up. It sounds like sovereign citizen stuff. I don't know. Which I'm somewhat familiar with and stuff like that, but. Yeah, I mean, there's anything that relates to the state and their definitions is very suspicious, to say the least, because they try to manipulate people into agreeing to whatever the state is. And some people don't know that. There is a balance between like the reality of what law is as enacted and like sovereign citizens version of what the law is. There is a mix between the two, but by and large, when it comes to like what those in the government do, like,
and how they're
going to do what they're going to do no matter what at the end of the day. Like, they're, you know what I mean?
So you still have to change minds.
You can sit there and talk about like legal nuances, but at the end of the day,
But it's just unfortunately you still have
not
to
gonna
change
matter.
minds because
yeah, you got to change minds.
what
So.
the norms are is what's gonna be applied. So, someone said if everyone is allowed to have their own property, actual property, this was Zach, where they could produce their own tangible things of intrinsic commodity, there would be no need for money. And then another Zach said, you still need a medium of exchange. So I agree with Zach on that. So money was fun to learn for me, like the history of money.
Mhm.
And I learned that money arose spontaneously and voluntarily in the market because people had a desire for a medium of exchange, as in some good that was commonly accepted by other people in the market, either trading or buying, that they could just rely on, and therefore it got rid of the need to have to find somebody to trade with who wanted exactly what you were selling or had to give, and who also could provide you with what exactly you were looking for. So, for example, if all you did was produce, I don't know what's a good example, chicken eggs or something, and you're trying to find somebody who, I don't know, like you needed hay for some reason, I guess hay, you'd have to find someone who both wanted chicken eggs and needed hay. And so what arose were different forms of mediums of exchange. Sometimes it was seashells, sometimes it was rice, things that people commonly needed in the market or could at least rely upon being able to trade further. And then from money, what you have, if it's common, is you have the ability to see prices, and prices give you a general idea of what the demands of consumers are in the market. So, even if property rights were respected, money would still exist because there would still be a need for a common medium of exchange. So, yeah, that was a conversation between Zachs. Cool. Okay. Someone said, "I'm glad you two don't fail for Andrew Yang and Bernie Sanders BS."
Well,
me too.
Oh
I'm glad
Andrew
I'm past
Yang
the point
like,
of falling for them. For their stuff. I mean, me back then. I mean, I used to think Obama was cool when he was going up against
which is scary.
What's his
to think,
face?
but,
That Mormon guy.
I used to be neocon, so again,
we're like complete opposites.
Yeah.
We came and met at the principled medium.
Right.
But yeah, so I probably would have. I mean, Bernie Sanders' rhetoric is attractive, in a lot of my old friends and coworkers became Bernie Sanders supporters. And I think it's because he speaks out in his rhetoric, or at least when he was running in 2016, against corruption. And, that just gets to the heart of a lot of people. A lot of them, of my coworkers and old friends, were millennials, my fellow millennials. And a lot of them are experiencing debt with college. So hearing somebody say, "Oh, we're gonna forgive all student debt," right?
Of course, it's very tempting. You're like, "Ooh, okay."
Yeah,
no more
there's
debt.
that tempting side. Yes,
right.
And then anyone with the ethical drive would be like, "Oh, he also speaks against corruption," right?
Right.
And so it's very attractive, but they don't know the underlying economics of what he's proposing, and that it would actually be detrimental to what they want to achieve.
Right, and that's what it boils down to for a lot of people, is this: if you don't have economic education in terms of understanding how things work. I mean, I'm not saying you have to drink it.
I could,
but it's there. It's there.
Oh yeah, we need to finish the Hangman.
I don't even know. Zach has a juice something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, cheers.
But,
wait, refresh.
yes.
I think someone gave.
Did they?
Oh, Jesse said, "Love your stuff, Jack. Keep up the fight for liberty."
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sweet.
So, wait, what?
Oh, I just was reading his comment. He said, "Keep."
No, I know that. Oh. Let me just see if this reloaded. So, Falfo sounds less drunk. Oh gosh. Well, all right. I mean, like, I can reinstitute the drinking per pledge.
1 minute ETA. Okay, I'm gonna go out in this suit.
In that suit, great. How am I gonna do? All right, we're still at 121, 6266. So we are sitting pretty here. And of course, I'm not ungrateful. Everybody who supported, absolutely complete gratitude. But we could institute more drinks per support. We can definitely make that happen. But yeah, I think that discussion about the principles of liberty and economics education is very important. I think there are too many people who, because they don't understand the nature of human action and they don't understand the nature of how consensual market transactions work, they have kind of this Sims reality thinking where they think like, oh, you can just click buttons and make the economy whatever you imagine it to be, but you can't escape the economic realities of human incentives. And because of that, a lot of people have these, good intentions of, oh yeah, we'll give people, this base income or something like that, or, whatever, but they can't meaningfully analyze what happens after you do those things. What happens after you redistribute or you print money or you choose a resource. Very few people actually can follow through the rest of the process of thinking about what happens when people rationally respond to those takings and givings and so forth. So someone said Asian privilege. Oh goodness. Well, that's funny. I mean, maybe when she goes back, we talk about this, but like the whole thing that ties with Asians and financial wealth, economics and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of it relates to the family. It relates to two-parent households and how much home support there is. So that's how come where people choose to raise kids, mother, father, and stuff like that, and work hard to be there for them and be financial support, emotional support. You have more success down the road, of course, because you have a child who has a lot of support in the home. And we're talking about the kids.
That's one of my next.
And now the food's here. Boom.
Boom.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone.
Thank you,
out.
markets.
We got a good 24 people.
So it's a two-parent family. That's racist. Right. Oh my goodness. Two-parent families like that's racist. Like,
Did you get the memo?
It's crazy. I mean, the thing is, people also have to realize the government is attacking that fundamentally. The government is trying to incentivize people to treat the state as father, and you have to realize that
or mother
and mother too.
I see that as like generally Democrats mother figure, Republicans father figure.
Right.
It's
that in the rhetoric, the replacement. Right.
Yeah,
so,
like Democrats like, oh, I'll take care of you, I'll pay for your food, your housing. That's kind of what a mom does.
I'll be strong.
Right, I'll be strong.
Principled.
I'll let you be free, but I'll also protect you.
But that's the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal, of course, is those in power want the government to basically become parents. They want the government to act as mother and father. Obviously, father started first, and to take children away from parents as much as possible, starting with school and so forth. Yeah, of course. I mean, that's the goal. Is you want people, if you're the elite ruler, Illuminati parachute, right? You want people who are going to be completely docile and obedient to your whims.
This is some Italian bread.
Yeah.
Made by immigrants. Okay, here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Should I put it?
I don't know. Here we are. I mean, we could talk and eat at the same time, I guess.
Arigato.
Might as well
capitalism. Individuals who just tried.
We haven't had dinner yet, so that's just what's happening. So
thank you for this food.
Yeah. So yeah, someone says, is it lefties? Is it righties? It's like, it's both, folks. Like, there's no way around that fact. The fact is that anybody who just thinks in left or right, if you haven't done fundamental ethical philosophy and understood the nature of, consent, privatization, property rights, left or right doesn't matter, because both people in the left or right, leftist, conservative, they will make rationalizations for why the government should control consensual human interactions. So it's just kind of silly.
I'm so into this.
She's so into it. All right, here it is.
But yeah, it's true. It's just different flavors, and I've noticed this with people depending on the culture they were brought up in, whether it was more liberal or conservative culture, they can see the evils of the opposite side, statism,
Right.
but it's hard for them to see the statism of their own kind of culture.
Right.
You know? Like how you used to be a neocon. I mean, you grew up in the
well,
conservative household.
I love thinking about ways that the U.S. government could take over countries and liberate people's. I mean, I did that all day, and then it took a lot of hard ethical work to realize that doing it that way, not changing minds through peace, leads to the blowback that creates perpetual war and violence. You can't just change people's minds by blowing up their mother and father. Whoa, surprise. It took a lot of that gamification that actually was a product of school, whether it's public or private. If it's compulsory, a big end result of that is thinking about what would you do if you controlled the world. And it's to get people to lust after that idea of using force and violence to get people to act how they want.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest dysfunction.
Desire to
control
is a very easy habit to fall into, especially when you come from a childhood without power. When people overruled your desire for things, they ignored your consent for things.
Mm-hmm.
It's really easy to crave power when you're older, and also have a strong desire to control too.
Right. Someone said they couldn't imagine me as a neocon, which I'm glad. I'm glad you can't imagine that.
I must have known you for a while.
I'm glad you can't, because it's slightly embarrassing, but I used to be that way. I used to love and love to imagine war and war games and the concept of violence in a statist realm, because that was what I grew up with. That was what was normal. Just imagine what it's like if you control the country.
Was this your parents or school?
No, my parents. No, definitely elements from school. Even though I was in private school most of my life. It's
right.
still
you
it's
still
still
have propaganda from private school, by the way. Some people
course.
ask okay, public school's bad. Is private school okay? It's well, you actually still have to check if it's a compulsory school model.
Right. Being private doesn't mean ethical. That's the thing. And people need to realize that. You can have privatization as a concept, but without the ethical underpinnings, it's meaningless, because you can say, oh, privatization, slavery, I own slaves. Well, that's not ethical. Where's your ethical analysis about the concept of human ownership? If you don't have that underpinning, you can rationalize all kinds of things with privatization. So privatization without an ethical philosophy is really meaningless. And that's why you have to have the concepts of voluntaryism underpinning those things, and the ideas of, self-ownership and property rights. Otherwise, you can rationalize all kinds of evil. And again, tying that in, that's why changing minds is so important, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day what you try to do by force. If you don't change minds, well, they'll just want more control over their lives, through the state. Just like the social credit system in China.
Okay, now I'm hungry again, dude.
Yeah, great.
Sorry. I was too. That's why I ordered. Get some Uber Eats.
Sorry, this is our dinner. Literally, we haven't had dinner yet. For real. But, it's a very hard thing for people to get over. And it took me years. I didn't go from neocon to voluntarist overnight. I had to argue and challenge and think and soul search, because I grew up with such an indoctrination in my life from childhood and school. I had to actually go revisit everything and work the way up. So I empathize with people who struggle with that.
Me too. Definitely.
But the ethical philosophy doesn't require changing the world. It just requires changing yourself. And that's what makes voluntarism so powerful, is that it's about how you treat yourself first and foremost, and then how you treat others, your loved ones, your friends, your family, and that's more powerful than anything. How you treat those who you love and care about, want relationships with, that's more powerful than anything else. So
true.
Zach says that looks amazing. It is. And if you ever visit, we'll do it up.
You got the sauce.
Apparently I'm already losing noodle. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's one individual has the capability to change everything towards liberty. It just takes everybody, as many people as possible, changing their minds. And having good relationships with your children and your spouse, like creating that life around you that's as principled as possible, as ethical as possible, treating your wife or your husband with the utmost love and respect and devotion and loyalty, giving your children love and being a mentor, a loving mentor and friend. I think that's the best life you could strive for, and the kind of life that you have the most control over achieving. Everything else would be nice, right? It would be lovely to, if the United States, the entire United States was just a voluntarist enclave. Whether or not that will happen in our lifetimes, I doubt it. But we could create things like, enclaves in New Hampshire or Florida or Arizona or Texas, Idaho, I guess. Just little communities of like-minded people coming together. We could create that at least. I don't know if you could get as huge of a geography like the entire United States of America. But, things are promising. And for me, at least, I say this because I know that there are things that I can't control. I can't control other human beings. I can try as much as I can to change people's minds as much as possible towards principled liberty. But at the end of the day, I can't force them to do that and make that change. Whether it's for liberty or just not spanking their kids. Or trying to learn about themselves. I notice there are things that are out of my control. But that's part of being a voluntarist. And the things you do have control over is your immediate life. And whether you create a family and a world around you of love. So I just hope everyone can achieve that at least. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh, Brian.
And thank you, Brian.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you for supporting the
I
comic.
like your ANCAP flag.
Yeah.
I believe in a voluntary society as well. Thank you so much. That's awesome. We didn't start a new Hangman, but I mean,
isn't it because Zach gets one letter or
Wachowski,
guess, and then Brian will get two.
Brian, if you get two. Dodrick said, thank you for your service, Brian. Yes, thank you.
Seriously, thank you.
I like saying thank you for your service to people who serve me at restaurants.
Whoa, amazing.
Anywhere that
providing voluntarily
really good, exactly, good
accepted service.
Yeah.
The horror, it really boggles my mind sometimes because like you'll talk to people and they'll be like criticizing you for like, oh, I want things based on voluntary interaction. Like a business owner can choose who they let in, and someone can choose not to give their money to a business because they don't like what they stand for. It's like, that's so horrible. Oh my gosh, the idea that people can choose where they want to spend their money and businesses can say, we don't want this kind of, action in our business. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. I mean,
it's understandable though, in that from propaganda and childhood indoctrination through public school. I mean, I myself have had to go through that deprogramming process.
Yeah.
Like I used to think.
Oh, I did too.
When I became an anarchist, I was still having questions of like, but what about police? Who's going to protect me?
Right.
I didn't even learn about self-protection with guns.
Right. Oh my goodness. You can protect yourself, but no, you need a badge to do that. You need a badge in order to protect yourself from someone attacking you.
It's a deliberate dumbing down. It's a deliberate dumbing down.
It is. It's dumbing down.
And disempowering of
individuals.
You could say the American people, of the world's people.
Well, that's the ultimate goal is to get every single person in the world, of course, dumbed down to a childlike level. Yeah. The goal is to get all people so, in terms of their literary skills, their reading, writing, intellectual thought, to get people so dumbed down that they're basically or functionally children because they're so emotionally dysfunctional from a bad childhood and bad decisions and bad long-term orientation thinking skills that basically all they know how to do is be dysfunctional and then ask the government for help. That's the ultimate goal of the state, programs that are whatever, it doesn't matter what it is that's implemented. That's the ultimate goal. Yeah. Is to get everybody to be basically permanent infants. So that all they can think about is, I just need the government to be my daddy or mommy and protect me.
Right.
Instead of being, self-sufficient, critical thinkers, people who can take care of themselves, defend themselves, raise families. I mean, it's just crazy. But that's the whole gist of what statist indoctrination programs are about. It's about
It really
creating
is
a
like
independent
human
population.
cattle, like being human cattle.
Oh, it is. It's a soft
Because-
eugenics and human cattle. Yeah.
Because you're you could say you could equate public schools to like the hormone regimen for certain cows or cattle or anything livestock, like in terms of the propaganda regimen. It's very consistent and deliberate, intentional, in order to mold a populace to be a certain way. How did we get to 122 backers?
I don't know, but you got a shot coming now.
Oh, okay. I think I missed 2 shots because there was somebody else.
Then 2 shots it is.
Okay, first shot.
First shot. That probably did you just forget to do? It was Lincoln, and then
Lincoln. I'm
Parker.
sorry.
Parker.
Yeah, I did
just
forget.
All right, Parker.
Thanks, Lincoln.
Parker's got another shot coming his way. There you go.
You're so generous.
I mean, a quarter, a third, whatever. But I think you're gonna have some more shots. So I'm just trying to be careful.
I like how Modern Renaissance Man earlier made a face, and he's just like, "Oh, she's not as drunk anymore."
She will be soon. This keeps going, and we just hit 122. I honestly, whenever I see that much support, I'm just like, wow, how do we go from here? But it's like the message of liberty is spreading. You know what I mean? Like,
it is. Yeah.
I literally have been just thrilled watching people in Brazil, in Uganda, and all kinds of foreign countries. People just really recognizing that individual liberty matters, consent matters, private property rights matter. And if you don't have a society that has those ethics, you're going to have mass violence, theft, and people just, constantly being pillaged. So it really is inspiring to see this growth of liberty on a global scale. It's really encouraging.
It's beautiful. Yeah. As much as the new technologies have enabled the state to spy more and control people more, it's also enabled the spread of information. I guess mostly I'm talking about the internet and computers,
right?
Smartphones, stuff like that. Like, it's fascinating. So we really are living in this battle of information with the statists, with the most evil, sick people in the world.
Right.
They are literally trying to enslave humanity. That's why this comic is called Voluntaryist Humanity's Last Stand Against Government. They're literally these sick people trying to just enslave humanity for all time so that they can live at the expense of others. They can live in their luxury, whatever, castles, anything. And they don't care how many people die and suffer, how many family lineages get destroyed.
Well, so I'm glad you mentioned that the part, because that is a tagline for Voluntarists, is humanity's last stand against government, because in many ways it's very intimate to me to think about it that way, because the way that I see it, I do really see that as the case. And what I'm saying isn't just out of thin air. If you look at the governments of the world and what they're attempting to do in terms of controlling people, governments of the world have never been more empowered to monitor people and control thought through technology as they have today. It was very difficult, pre-internet, for governments to control people's thought processing, enclaves. Certainly they had to use physical force. Now they're using technology to their advantage. For example, the social credit system in China and other types of spying, Tempora system in the UK, PRISM in the US. They're, using machine learning to basically figure out how people act and how they can more effectively control people.
In mass. By looking at key behaviors, they can set off warning signals or red flags. And
that's why they're trying, why they wanted to put that manipulation and pressure on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, is that, sure, there are definitely people who are big statists within those organizations. But if you look at the hearings, congressional hearings, it's clear that it's the impetus is coming from government. And the government, especially deep state actors, are trying to push for more control because they want to use these social media platforms for the purpose of data mining and manipulating people. So, it's a scary thing, because it's obviously there's good and bad with any technology in terms of how it could potentially be used. But it's something to be aware of, that not being hyperbolic here when I say that if you're watching this, you're part of the last bit of resistance, basically, because there's not much going to be left going forward. With the government in terms of what technology they have to control,
right? Because technology has advanced
and target
so much.
people. Look at China. China already has major indoctrination camps. Re-education camps. The U.S. government's using that more of in a passive way.
I know it's collectivist to say, but I can't help but think every time my people. Because I'm mostly Chinese, but it just gives me a familial connection because they look like people like my grandma, my mom, my granddad, and that's why I say my people.
My people.
But it's just so sad to see all these people enslaved since they were kids, innocent little kids, just trying to experience the world.
Right. Yeah, so, that's how it's been.
America's like the last stand. Almost. I know
in some ways, Americans are, but the government's not. But
I know
Americans
the government is
have
crazy.
Some of the last bastions of people who actually really meaningfully believe in individual liberty
and can articulate it.
Yeah.
Yes, even though the U.S. government, federal government itself is
always growing in other countries,
there's a huge surveillance state.
Scary.
Yeah, huge military state. Everything. It's the culture of liberty still thrives in America. It's one of the last few places on earth, I think.
Right.
So we got to keep it going, guys.
So
and I think
I see some letters here. Brian says R&E.
R&E? Okay.
Yeah, Brian says R&E. I have no idea if Zach Lukowski picked another letter.
I don't know.
So Zach,
like, based on his comment,
give us one other letter besides R&E. Because we're going later than we were expecting. Oh my! How did that happen? Like 1 second it was 11, now it's 11:30.
I don't know. Oh, we're waiting for the food.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so I'm gonna choose.
Just talk about liberty.
Okay, which word?
Did we do that bottom one?
No.
But definitely, that'd be hilarious. All right, so throw that up there.
Okay.
It'll make people laugh at least.
Yeah.
All right, so we will try to or attempt to do this last game before we close on out. I get some sleep. But again, it's a phrase, liberty related in some capacity, you could say.
Wow, my handwriting is really bad right now. It's okay. So we'll draw a hangman. Oops. Hangman. And then we'll have $5 super chat. Power Trap's still up, by the way. Anyone want to?
Sorry, Zach. So put in your letter. Put in your letter, boy. You can do it. You can do your letter. Zach Lukowski's got a letter, and Brian gave us R&D. Brian, thank you, Brian.
Okay.
R&D. Let's do it.
This broccoli is delicious. I know I like pho, but I also like steamed broccoli.
As do many. All right. So does R&E bring us any closer to an answer? That is the question. All right. Someone said research and development. I suck at jokes. No.
R&E?
R&E. The letter E.
Yes. E. We do have another E. Great job, Brian.
All right. So you have R&E, and then Zach Lukowski should come on in for the last letter.
All right, Zach Lukowski.
Zach Lukowski, what you got? What do you have? Let's see what he has.
Cheers to you, buddy.
Oh, where is that? Zach Lukowski legit just gave the answer.
He did?
He got it. Zach Lakowski got it.
Did. Someone said, OMG, Zach, you the man.
Man, look at that. He literally got it with just one.
Woo.
Dang, dude.
Ding, ding, ding.
Zach Lakowski came in clutch.
Long.
Paul.
Revolution.
He got it.
All right,
Ron
we
Paul
should talk
Revolution.
about this briefly.
Yeah.
Ron Paul Revolution was amazing. Somebody who ran for the presidency, but even though he didn't win, woke up so many people.
Yeah.
And is the number one cited person, at least according to Jeff Berwick on Anarcast, as the number one person on Anarcast who's been interviewed to say that Ron Paul was their inspiration for being a voluntarist. Like, that's amazing. So
Ron Paul changed a lot of lives.
It
was technically a status, but he did get a lot of people down the path.
So any of you running for office, winning is not always the goal. Like, just the fact that you can be in the public eye in a forum that
changing minds.
Yeah, and reaching people that may not, that's not going to look on a YouTube video or whatever. Like, you can change these people's minds just by talking about the principles. So good job. Thank you to the people who are trying to run.
Yeah.
Even if you don't win, just drop as many Liberty seeds as possible.
Exactly. Yeah. But obviously, there's many ways for people to do stuff for liberty. So politics is not the only way, obviously, as we're doing this comic thing here. So.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It looks like you got some drinks to take because Zach just came in with a drink for you.
Oh, there's Zach. All right.
Is that Parker? Did you already do Parker's? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Zach just got you another drink here.
Lincoln and
so Park, yeah, okay. So there you go.
All right.
It's going to happen.
Zach.
Cheers, Zach. And
You're
cheers,
getting
Parker,
a lot
for
of perks.
support.
You're gonna get a lot of stuff.
This guy has so many perks, he doesn't even know what to do with them all. But they are cool. They are
Zach
very cool.
says is LOL in all caps. He's so maniacal. All right, cheers to you, buddy.
Cheers to you. And cheers to everybody who supported.
And who's just hanging out.
Even if you didn't support, it's okay. The fact that you want to hang out, learn about liberty, and chill.
The philosopher
appreciate that too.
Nice. Okay.
Cheers to everybody. Woo! Real stuff, huh?
Thanks, Zach.
Thank you. My goodness. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Oh, are we on to the next one yet?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, are we on the next one? I think that was going to be the last one. I think we're going to... I want to stay all night, obviously, till it closes, but that ain't going to happen if we keep drinking for every support. We're going to be both gone.
And literally...
I'm already... Yeah.
Okay, well...
I want to, though. Don't get me wrong.
Let's give the closing thoughts on where we ended then.
All right, let's give closing thoughts at least before we close the live stream. All right, so we raised 6,294, which is beating every single record of all time by far. Incredible. 123 backers, which beats out our previous record of 119, which means the voluntarists.
What was the last biggest or most highest?
55 and change.
55
yeah, so this blows everything out of the water. I mean, this is just...
I thought it was 6,500. That's why you said I was wrong.
Yeah, it was 55. And so this literally blows out of the water. I mean, not only is this just awesome. Incredible for this comic, but what this means is that we're actually able to produce more content and more character development for the future because of the support. So it gives us 24 pages. It gives us the extra bonus content. It supports, all the stuff we're trying to do with like the multiverse within Voluntarist. So y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for doing this and for being a part of this like literal historical event. Because it's like, with like Marvel and DC, right? Like they started somewhere. Someone was with them in that moment when they started. With those things.
I was looking at their older comics. And
you're here. And one day I actually intend to do that. I intend to one day have like whenever this becomes a movie, an animated film, like have a premiere showing with a special event for all the people who actually back the comics and just party and big fun. Yeah. I would love to do that one day, like actually have a showing, like just like they did with Silver Circle with Pasha Roberts.
Definitely.
But gotta do better than what he did with this video. But
it will come.
You know,
we will keep working on it.
But we're gonna make sure that whatever it is, it's good. You know, good quality content, good art, that kind of stuff. So.
And good words. Thank you for hanging out with us and smashing both records. That's awesome. Yeah. I thought it was just the backers one. Thank you to everyone on Facebook who switched to YouTube.
Right.
And everyone on YouTube that came over. This has been an amazing campaign. Thank you to anyone who was on every single live stream from the chicken feet challenge.
Right. Chicken. Oh my gosh. Like how many challenges did we do? We did like hot sauce challenge, chicken feet. The hot sauce chicken feet, marshmallow challenge, drinking challenge.
I can't remember what else. We did do Hangman, but
Hangman, yeah.
There's one challenge I might be forgetting.
It's been wild.
But thank you. That was really fun to spend our Friday nights like that. And
Mike says he just switched to YouTube. Thank you, Mike, for coming by, saying hi and supporting.
Hey, Mike.
Yeah, some people are just like, oh, I just switched. Yeah, I know.
Cheers.
But yeah, so
wait, did you get my second one? I can't remember.
Here. I don't know. We'll have another shot.
Whatever. We'll
both do another shot to
close the live
commemorate
stream.
everybody's
Is that everything?
Yeah. It's not everything.
Here. All right. Just fill
it up.
Fill me up.
All right. So cheers to everybody. I mean, there might be more when we wake up. Maybe some people see this late night on the other coast.
Yeah, for the last 4 hours. Thank you.
And yes, thank you, Doderick. Thank you for sharing the evening with us and for working to create new liberty within mediums that haven't, really tolerated this kind of content. You know, I mean, that's the thing.
True. This is a saturated market in terms of
we're done. Exactly. Yeah. We're just done with asking for permission. We're not asking for permission to have liberty anymore. It's just, it's going to happen, and we're going to do that and create more stuff. Music videos, comics, memes.
Yes. Anyone who got the cosplay cards, look forward to action shots.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun.
Right. With the cosplay photos too. Yes. Right. There's going to be some new stuff, some new pictures, and you'll like it with the photo stuff. But yeah, I'm going to do my best to make sure that everything goes successfully and that everybody gets their perks in a way that a way that makes you really happy and excited to support for Origins 4 when that comes out.
Yeah.
Next year.
Definitely.
Next year.
Woohoo! I'm so excited. Great stuff happening. We did it.
Yeah, Diedrich says agorism. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Starve the state. So just don't end up in prison, because then you'll be living in taxes.
Agorism in like a smart way.
Evading taxes.
In a sneaky way.
Oh my goodness. Taxation is extortion. Yes.
I agree.
Exactly.
Cosplay photos and definitely increase my give. Yay.
Thank you.
You did.
So we're going to say goodbye. Bye, Facebook. We're going to say goodbye to you first.
Bye, Facebook.
Bye, Facebook. All right. Facebook's done.
All right. Bye, YouTube.
Oh, no. It's already posted in replay.
Okay. We show.
All right. And now.
Let's end on our suits.
Yeah. Again, I mean, you can get the suit too. It is pricey. I'm sorry. I wish I could bring down the price.
Can they get it without the zipper? For the
you can. Yeah. You can do no zipper in the crotch, or you can do whatever. We can custom work it. Though. It's custom fitted. But take care, everybody. Yes. Thank you for supporting Voluntaryist Origins 3. Thank you for making this the best comic ever. And I'm excited. I'm going to, really work hard to make sure everything's beautiful and update you with the process, get you your perks.
Yeah.
And
I'll do
next year we're going to have an amazing
cosplay cards.
She definitely will, as you know.
And next year we'll have another fun campaign.
There'll be another cool cosplay outfit, which is going to be next level. So.
Woohoo! Next campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Take care, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
See you later.
Bye, Zed.
And we'll talk to you soon. YouTube. Thank you for your support.
Bye, Dodrick. Bye, Mike.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Bye, fam. Bye, Liberty fam.